Good afternoon. How you doing? My name's Richard. This is Over and Over and Over Again. It is match day live. Arsenal versus Liverpool from the Emirates. One of the biggest games in a Premier League season. It has been for a number of years, hasn't it? Two of the biggest clubs in English football going head to head at the Emirates today. Really, really big game for both clubs. Of course, a win for Arsenal sends us back to the top of the table, and Liverpool, a defeat for them would really leave them with a mountain to climb, wouldn't it, to get back into the title race. So it's a massive game for both clubs. It's coming up the other side of this. Into Martinelli in the box, Gabriel Martinelli. It's now with Granit Xhaka. Is it going to be the third goal? It is the third goal. Granit Xhaka with it. That seals it. So, Arsenal versus Liverpool, and what a exciting prospect this game is going to be this afternoon. It's been a long weekend, hasn't it? When you're waiting for the game on a Sunday late kickoff, it's makes the weekend drag a little bit, doesn't it? But it's here. Match day is here, and we have got for you the team lineups for this big game this afternoon. So, this is our Arsenal lineup then. Aaron Ramsdale's in goal. The back four: Ben White at right back, William Saliba and Gabriel, of course, centre backs, and a surprise at left back. Takehiro Tomiyasu comes in at left back. Real surprise there. Obviously, Zinchenko's out injured, but Kieran Tierney is on the bench. So a bit of a surprise there as to why Tomiyasu is playing there, but I'm sure it'll all become clear once the game gets going. In midfield, then Thomas Partey, Granit Xhaka, and Captain Martin Odegaard, and in the front three, Bukayo Saka, Gabriel Jesus, and Gabriel Martinelli. So that's the only real surprise there, isn't it? Tomiyasu coming in at left back. He did, of course, play at left back, didn't he? Coming off the bench in midweek against Bodo Glimt, didn't he? So he has played there before, of course, as well. There was a spell, wasn't it, last season when I think he had a couple of games there. But it does seem a strange one against this opposition. The Liverpool side, then, it's Alisson in goal. Their back four is Trent Alexander-Arnold, Joel Matip, Virgil van Dijk, and Kostas Tsimikas. In midfield, they've got Jordan Henderson and Thiago Alcantara. Then just in front of them, they've got Mo Salah, Diogo Jota, and Luis Diaz. And up front for them, it's Darwin Núñez. So it's a very strong Liverpool side, a very attacking Liverpool side as well, isn't it? They've basically got four real strong attacking players, haven't they? Salah, Diaz, Jota, and Núñez. On the bench, then, for Arsenal, it's Matt Turner, Kieran Tierney, Cedric Suarez, Rob Holding, Albert Sambi-Lokonga, Reece Nelson, Fabio Vieira, Manquillos, and Eddie Nketiah. On the bench then for Liverpool, it's Calvin Keller, Joel Gomez, Ibrahima Conte, Fabio Carvalho, Nate Phillips, James Milner, Fabinho, Harvey Elliott, and of course Roberto Firmino. So they are your teams for this big game this afternoon. I say a win for Arsenal does take us back to the top of the table, and it gives that real massive gap, doesn't it, between us and Liverpool. We've got Freddie in the chat there. Tommy is purely for his defensive acumen. Yeah, no, I'm sure that there'll be a reason for that. I mean, you know, Kieran Tierney is a very good defender as well, isn't he? And he's more naturally left-sided. It seems to maybe imbalance the defence a little bit. I mean, you know, it may well work out well, and I'm sure Tomiyasu can come in and do a great job there. Maybe looking at the threat of Liverpool down their right-hand side, maybe that's what Mikel Arteta has looked at in this particular selection. But we'll see how it works out. I mean, you know, it's the team, and I'm sure, you know, we can compete in this game. It's a really big game, isn't it, for Arsenal? Because I feel as though there's still the question marks over the big games, isn't there? You know, the big pressure games. This season, our only defeat came away at Old Trafford. That's one of them sort of games, isn't it? And if we were to, particularly if we were to lose this game today, then I think that those same arguments are going to come back again, aren't they? You know, that we can't get a result against a big team. We can't do well against, you know, when the pressure's on and that kind of stuff. So I do feel it's an important game for this team, for Mikel Arteta as well, to prove that that's wrong and that we can compete with these teams. We can beat them on our day. I think the fact that we're at home is very good for us because, you know, it's become quite a fortress, hasn't it, the Emirates? Although having said that, the last team to win here in the Premier League was, of course, Liverpool. So, yeah, we haven't scored against them in our last 4 meetings last season. We didn't score at all. We haven't scored in our last 3 meetings here at the Emirates against Liverpool either. But this is a different Arsenal team, isn't it? It's a different Liverpool team as well. They're certainly not in the sort of form we would have expected. But they have only lost once in the Premier League this season. That was, of course, away at Manchester United. So they're still difficult to beat, even though they're not playing so well. They are conceding goals. They do generally concede the first goal. And when we score first, we are very difficult to beat, are we? So lots to look forward to in this game. It's going to be very, very interesting, isn't it? Fred in the chat there said, if we win this game, I genuinely think we can get 90 points this season. Well, I mean, if we manage to get 90 points this season, we're going to run Man City. We'll only be about 8-9 points behind Man City, won't we? If we got 90 points, but yeah, I mean, who knows? This is a big game. It is a really big, and it's a big opportunity for Arsenal, isn't it, to show everybody that we are to be taken seriously this season in the title race. I don't know. I mean, we've seen, Man City haven't lost a game yet. We've seen a number of goals they're scoring week in, week out. It's going to be difficult, isn't it, for anybody to challenge Man City for the title? And if we did come second, I think we would all be fairly pleased with that, I would imagine. And Fred says there, the issue is City will get 100. Yeah, they probably will. But we can only worry about ourselves. Let's not worry about other teams. Let's just try and win as many games as we can. And if we do that, then I'm pretty sure that we're gonna finish in the top 4 as a minimum. And who knows, second place may well be up for grabs. I mean, ultimately, it doesn't matter too much, does it? Second, third, or fourth, the prize is the same, isn't it? Champions League. So let's not worry so much about that. Let's make sure we get in the top 4 is the most important thing, and see where we are. Obviously, finishing above Tottenham finally after all these years would be great, wouldn't it? Shane says, "Hi Richard and Les in the chat. Today is the test. Fingers crossed we don't lose. Not confident, to be honest." No, Shane, I've got to agree. I'm not confident, and that's not necessarily anything to do with the way that we're playing or about our team or anything like that. I'm just not confident because it's Liverpool and we've got such a poor record against them. And that's why I'm not confident. For that's the only reason. Even though they're not playing particularly well, as we've seen, it's still Liverpool, isn't it? And they are still one of the very, very best sides in Europe. Champions League finalists last season, FA Cup winners, League Cup winners, runners up in the league. They're still a very, very good team, aren't they? They've got very, very good players. And for us to get a result in this game today, we're going to have to play very, very well, aren't we? We're going to have to cut out some of the silly mistakes we've made defensively, especially at the Emirates, where we haven't kept a clean sheet in the Premier League since March against Leicester. So I really do feel as though we need to be really, really solid and switched on defensively. And maybe that's why Tomiyasu's in the team today, because he is a very, very good defender, isn't he? Fred says, my dream at the start of the season was to secure a Champions League position comfortably and not be in a scrap come May. I mean, yeah, that would be great, wouldn't it? I mean, to be honest with you, I think as long as we finish in the top 4, I think that's the most important thing. And whether we secure it on the last day or whether we secure it with a few weeks to go, ultimately the aim has got to be in that top 4. We have to be playing this time next season. We have to be playing Champions League football, and whether that's through the league in the top 4, which let's hope it is, or through winning the Europa League, or maybe both. But the important thing is that this time next year, we are playing in the Champions League. That's the most important thing. It's the only thing that matters this season, isn't it? Let's face it. No matter what else goes on, we have to be playing Champions League football next season. Obviously, in the league, we've started so well. Now, the expectations have maybe gone up a little bit, haven't they? And now people are thinking about, the top 4, but actually thinking about challenging, for that league title. I mean, and why not dream about it while we're still there in with a chance? I personally don't think we're as good as Man City, and we're not going to be over 38 games. I don't think our squad's strong enough. I think as the Europa League kicks in, week out, I think we might find it more difficult to keep getting the sort of results that we've got. But while we're still going, while we're still there, why not believe that we can do it? So, but let's see what happens today first, because this is a really big test, isn't it? Because it's going to be a good marker for us. If we can put down a really good performance today, get those 3 points, then suddenly Liverpool, as I say, will have a real mountain to climb, won't they, to get themselves back into the title race, certainly even for the race for the top 4. Still a long way to go, of course. So lots of points still to be won and lost, but it's a big marker for Arsenal today. I really do feel as though it is, and if we can produce the performance and get the result, then I'm sure we will all start to believe a little bit more, won't we, that maybe we will have that top 4 place secured long before the final couple of games of the season. That's what we want. We don't want to be in the same position we were last season, do we? We want to show the improvement at what we've improved on and how we've moved forward. And the only way to do that is to be in that top four, have that place secured, before the last 3 or 4 games of the season. So yeah, it's a big game this for Arsenal. It's a really real opportunity, isn't it, to throw down that marker and say, you know what, we are here this season, we're here to stay, and we're going to be competing with the very best teams. And yeah, it's massively important that we do that. And if we produce the performance and the result today, then that's fantastic, isn't it? Let's hope that we do, because I think it will give everybody a lot of confidence as well, won't it? The players, obviously the manager as well. He's still learning on the job a little bit, hasn't he? Isn't he? So I think that this will be a big moment for him and his career as well, won't it? So let's get this job done today. Let's get the performance put in. Let's get the win, and then we'll be in a really, really good place, won't we? So yeah, it's going to be a good game. I'm sure it's going to be exciting. I say Liverpool have come looking at their team lineup. They've come here to attack. They've come here to try and score goals. They've come here to get the 3 points themselves, because they know how important it is. I say if they lose this game, they are in trouble, aren't they, in terms of the title race, and even the top 4. So yeah, they can't afford to lose this game. Liverpool, they come here to win. You can see by their team lineup: Salah, Jota, Diaz, and Nunez all in their starting lineup. We know what a great record Jota has against us as well. He scored a lot of goals, hasn't he? So let's hope that we can keep him quiet today. And keep them all quiet, and we can get the result. Maybe Tomiyasu is going to have a really, really important role to play today, isn't he? Playing in the slightly unfamiliar position for him of left back. Shane says, we've seen the Amazon documentary. KT got injury against Wolves and played the next 5 games without reporting it. I think Arteta got a beef with him. Surely KT should start today. Yeah, I'm really surprised. I actually thought he played well the other night, didn't he? In the game against Bodo Glimt, I thought he had a good game. Kieran Tilly. He did come off though, didn't he, in the second half? Now, has he got a slight injury? Is that what it is? Is there a slight injury issue with him? And if there's any doubt about a player so important in this game, when I fall back, then maybe that's the reason. I'm not really sure. But anyway, let's see what happens. Ultimately, it doesn't matter if we win the game. Then we'll all think it was a master stroke by Arteta to have picked Tomiyasu at left back. But yeah, is that an issue? Yeah, has Arteta got an issue with him over that? Because he's certainly not been. He's not a regular in the team anymore, is he? Even when he's fit. Zinchenko's come in and taken that spot. He's injured at the moment, but yeah, it's a surprise. That team selection is a surprise. I've got to be honest. The other players pretty much pick themselves, don't they? But that is a surprise to me. I've got to be honest. Terry's in the chat. How you doing, mate? Good to see you. He says, afternoon, Richard, all in the chat. Nothing to worry about today. 4-1, easy win, putting Liverpool to the sword today. Well, yeah, I know you've been confident, Terry, with your score predictions. I personally don't think it's going to be that easy. Let's hope we can get a win. But we'll see. I mean, I'm sure we'll all be reasonably satisfied with a 1-0 just to get those 3 points on the board, won't we? The teams are just lining up now. They've come out of the tunnel. Obviously, a packed Emirates. It's going to be a great atmosphere today, as there has been throughout the season at home. Just run through the team again. So for Arsenal, Aaron Ramsdale in goal. The back 4, Ben White, William Saliba, Gabriel, and Tomiyasu, the surprise, at left back. The 3 in midfield for Arsenal: Thomas Partey, Granit Xhaka, with Martin Odegaard just ahead in that number 10 position. The captain, of course, back with the armband again, Martin Odegaard, and then the front 3 for Arsenal: Bukayo Saka and Gabriel Martinelli, either side of top scorer Gabriel Jesus. 5 Premier League goals in 8 games, a brilliant start to his Arsenal career. Another goal or 2 today would be great, wouldn't it? He's had a good few battles with Liverpool, hasn't he, in recent years, playing for Manchester City. So he'll be up for this game, I'm sure he will. So the Liverpool team then this afternoon, it's Alisson, Becker in goal, as you would expect. They're back 4, not too many surprises there from Liverpool. Trent Alexander-Arnold at right back, Joel Matip and Virgil van Dijk, and then it's Tsimikas at left back for them today. I think Robertson is out carrying injuries because he's not on the bench. Then they've got 2 in midfield, which is Jordan Henderson, the captain, and Thiago. They are the 2 sort of players holding in midfield. And then in front of them, you've got Mo Salah, Diogo Jota, and Luis Diaz, and now behind Darwin Núñez. So a very, very attacking Liverpool team today. So I'm expecting it to be goals in this game. I've got to be honest. I think that's how it's going to go. Both teams are going to be looking to attack. And we could be in for a real treat, couldn't we? A real exciting game. But we are just about to get off and underway here at the Emirates. Arsenal versus Liverpool. Just those 2 names, doesn't it? It brings up a lot of great memories of some great encounters over the years at the Emirates, at Highbury, at Anfield. Some massive games, important games. Of course, you can't really mention Arsenal-Liverpool without thinking of '89 Of course, today isn't going to be anywhere near as dramatic or as important as that particular game, but it's a big opportunity for this young Arsenal side to really show that we are ready to compete with the big teams. We are ready to challenge at the top of the league, and this is a great opportunity to do that. We haven't beaten Liverpool here at the Emirates in the Premier League with fans in since 2015. We did win that game in the lockdown season, didn't we, when they'd already won the league. We won that game 2-1, but we haven't actually beaten them with a full crowd in, and what you could say a game that Liverpool need to win since 2015. A long time. It's about time we put that right, isn't it? And today may well be the day. Let's hope it is the day that we can do that, that we can get the result finally against Liverpool at the Emirates. It's a packed out Emirates, full stadium, 60,000 fans going mad, cheering on the Arsenal. We are just about to get underway. It's going to be Liverpool actually in their away kit, sort of a light blue kind of number by the look of it. They are attacking the North Bank in this first half, which is the end to our left. Arsenal in the traditional red shirts, white sleeves, white shorts, and red socks, and Arsenal are attacking that clock end, the end to our right as we look in this first half. Is going to be Liverpool to get us off and underway very shortly. Mo Salah is. It's sort of like a whitey, lightly blue kind of kit, isn't it? Liverpool's away kit. It looks quite smart, but anyway, with a few sort of like swirly patterns on it. It's going to be Mo Salah to get us underway. The players are taking a knee this weekend again. I haven't done it all season so far, well, since the opening weekend. They're doing it again today. They're just doing it now before we get off and underway here at the Emirates Stadium. Arsenal against Liverpool. What a big game this is going to be, and we're off and underway. Mo Salah takes kickoff, plays it back to Joel Matip, plays a long ball forward, but it's a header from Martin Odegaard, and straight away the ball goes back to Alisson in goal for Liverpool. Fred says, what's the reason for taking a knee again? I'm happy for them to do it, but thought he was stopped. No, I think they decided, they were only going to do it on selected games, selected weeks. And obviously this week is the week that they've chosen. I don't know why it's this week in particular. It'll probably be once every month or once every couple of months, won't it? I'm assuming something like that. But yeah, why it's today, I'm not really sure. But anyway, it is, and they've just taken the knee as they did indeed yesterday as well in the Premier League. So we'll see. Anyway, a ball played over the top. Liverpool looking to come forward. Oh, good defending from William Saliba, as you would expect. Ben White now plays the ball up this near side to Bukayo Saka. Arsenal coming forward inside the first minute. Bukayo Saka plays it square to Martin Odegaard. Is he going to try a shot? No, he threads it through. It's a shot. It's a goal. Martinelli scored inside the first minute. Arsenal lead. And once again, Liverpool have conceded the first goal in the Premier League. Martinelli with it. What a great goal that was. Liverpool seem to be unhappy about something. I'm not quite sure what it is. It was Martin Odegaard with the ball through. And it is Gabriel Martinelli, his fourth goal of the season. What an absolutely brilliant finish that was. What a great goal. Liverpool don't seem very happy about it for some unknown reason. I'm not quite sure what their problem is, but it was a very good. I don't know if they're looking at a possible offside. I don't know whether it's even gone to VAR, but what a goal it was. Brilliant counter-attack. Saka down that right-hand side, played it square to Martin Odegaard. Martinelli made the run, got there ahead of Alisson, who just on the edge of the 6-yard box, clipped it in. They're checking for a possible offside, actually. So we've got a little bit excited, maybe a little bit too early. Let's just see what the VAR check is gonna bring us here. Not quite sure who's offside. Let's have a look. If it is Martinelli as he runs onto that ball there. Oh, it's tight, isn't it? Oh, no, he's miles onside. He's absolutely miles onside. There's no problem with that. He's miles onside. I don't even know what they're checking for. But the goal's been given. It has been given. It is 1-0. Arsenal lead inside the first minute. Wow, what a start. I say Liverpool have conceded the first goal in pretty much every game this season, haven't they? But they've only lost one of them, let's not forget. So certainly not over yet, is it? Liverpool coming forward straight away with Jordan Henderson. But it was Gabriel Martinelli with that early goal. Brilliant stuff. Terry says, get in there. Shane says, come on, yes. And Terry says, told you, easy. Let's not get carried away. Liverpool do tend to concede first goal. But anyway, we've taken this throw on this near side quickly. Ben White. Saka picks it up again, finds Thomas Partey. He plays it across to Tomiyasu, gets it out to the goal scorer, Gabriel Martinelli. Arsenal are flying at the moment against Liverpool. Look a little bit shell-shocked still. The ball's played out to that far side. Granit Xhaka plays it into Bukayo Saka, gets it back again. Now it's with Tomiyasu. Arsenal started this game on fire, haven't they? and it is going to be a throw to Arsenal over on that far side, which Tomiyasu is going to take. Arsenal's left back today. Good to see him back in the team. We wasn't maybe expecting him to be playing at left back today, was we? But he is, and it's worked so far. We played 3.5 minutes. It is Arsenal 1, Liverpool 0, but that throw is going to go all the way through to Alisson in goal. What a great goal it was as well. Brilliant counter attack. 2 or 3 quick passes. Saka to Ødegaard inside the fullback, Trent Alexander-Arnold, and there was Martinelli with a first-time finish past Alisson from about 8 yards into that far corner. What a goal that was. Fred says there's stats going around Twitter that Tommy is our best one-on-one defender. Maybe that's what I'm thinking. Yeah, quite possibly. I mean, he is a good defender. There's no doubt about that. I think Tierney is as well, though, isn't he? So, anyway, Liverpool coming forward now. That cross into the box towards the far post. It was Tomiyasu with the defensive header there, actually, which was good for me. It was Tsimikas with the cross. And there's a foul given away there by Diaz, which is going to be a free kick to Arsenal. It was on Martinelli. The 2 South Americans there in combat. There's quite a lot of South Americans on the pitch today, isn't there? A couple of Brazilians in the Liverpool side as well, of course. Alisson, the goalkeeper, as well. So, yeah, it's been a great start, hasn't it, from Arsenal? Wow, certainly wasn't expecting that. You know, Arsenal flying out the blocks again, and that's a lovely goal from Gabriel Martinelli. Arsenal in possession again with Tomiyasu over on that far side. Plays it back to Gabriel. Brings the ball forward. Actually, it was Saliba, wasn't it, who began that move? But Arsenal just giving the ball away in a dangerous area. Liverpool coming forward now with Núñez. Tries a shot. Deflected off. Was it Gabriel? It's going to be a corner to Liverpool. Darwin Núñez there. Arsenal gave the ball away. I think it was Gabriel Jesus, actually. Gave it away in a dangerous area. Darwin Núñez ran forward. Tried a shot. It was deflected. And it's going to be the first corner of the game. So Liverpool, 5.5 minutes played here at the Emirates. Terry says there, go there, Magic is on fire today. Well, he certainly started the game well. But anyway, it's a corner to Liverpool. Arsenal got some defending to do. Van Dijk is in there. You know how dangerous he can be from set pieces. That corner comes into the edge of the 6-yard box. Gabriel wins the first header, and then Thomas Partey completes the clearance. And Martinelli's away again. Can he get there first and keep the ball in? He can. Was he fouled there by Diaz? The referee says yes. In fact, it's going to be the first yellow card to the Colombian. Diaz there. Rather clumsy challenge, really, on Martinelli. They were both running for the ball. Martinelli just maybe got away and he just clipped him there. I'm looking at the replay. It wasn't actually a nasty challenge, but it maybe did stop Martinelli getting away, showing great pace there, Gabriel Martinelli. He did catch him, and it is a yellow card already to Luis Diaz for Liverpool. Arsenal now back in possession. 6.5 minutes played at the Emirates. Arsenal 1, Liverpool 0. William Saliba plays it in to Thomas Partey out to this near side to Ben White. Thinks the ball forward, looking for Bukayo Saka, but it's actually cleared up there by Van Dijk. Plays it back to goalkeeper Alisson, who pings it to this near side to Tsimikas, the Greek left back for Liverpool. It's a long ball over the top. Is the offside flag up? It is now against Darwin Núñez. And it's going to be a free kick to Arsenal. Just went a little bit early there. The Uruguayan for Liverpool. It is a free kick to Arsenal. The ball's now played up that far side. Granit Xhaka looked for the run again of Martinelli. That one's cut out though, and now Liverpool can come forward. Alexander-Arnold with that crossfield ball again. It's looking for the run of Diaz that time. And you can certainly say Liverpool have got a lot of attacking threat on this pitch today, haven't they? And although we've got the early goal, it's certainly going to be still, you know, Liverpool certainly aren't out of this game by any means, are they? But it's been a great start from Arsenal. Aaron Ramsdale now, all yellow today, is going to take that goal kick. He does. He goes long, deep into the Liverpool half. It's headed on, though, by Jordan Henderson, it is. Fred says a harsh yellow, but target him now. Yeah, getting rattled. So much football to go, make him sweat. And exactly, yeah, it was a bit of a harsh yellow, but we're coming forward again down that far side with Gabriel Martinelli. What a start to the game he's had. He was held up there, though, by Trent, and it's going to be a throw to Liverpool over on that far side. Good defending that time by Trent. He's had a few critics, hasn't he? Certainly for his defensive performances. You could say he was caught out a little bit for that early goal from Arsenal as well. It was on his side, wasn't it? He allowed Martinelli to get in behind him and get the goal, but he did defend well there, Trent. And Liverpool are in possession now with Virgil van Dijk inside the penalty area. Plays it short to goalkeeper Alisson. Arsenal ready a goal up inside the first minute was the goal from Gabriel Martinelli. A brilliant start to the game. Liverpool, though, are now trying to just get settled a little bit, trying to get a little bit of possession. That's a long ball played forward by Van Dijk, looking for Mo Salah over on that far side. But Tomiyasu it is, clears that ball away. But Liverpool are in possession in midfield, coming forward themselves now. It's Thiago in possession, pings the ball up that far side, looking for the run of Salah, but the ball's going to run through to Aaron Ramsdale, comes out of his area and then puts it out for a throw to Liverpool. Aaron Ramsdale has now actually gone down with a bit of an injury. Looks like a hip kind of area, or is it top of his thigh? He did have an injury, didn't he, in one of the recent games? I seem to remember him getting some treatment, and there was, worry whether he'd be able to play. I certainly wouldn't be too confident if Matt Turner had to come on and play in this game against Liverpool. He didn't have a bad game the other night, actually, but certainly distribution-wise, it was actually when Ramsdale kicked that ball, he certainly felt something there from the earlier goal kick. And he is struggling a little bit now. He's getting some treatment on the pitch. This is a bit of a worry, actually. Terry says, I hope Magic ain't trying to impress Klopp, his new manager. Yeah, I mean, Klopp has obviously spoken about Martinelli a few times, hasn't he? Bigged him up this week as well, along with a few of the other Arsenal players. He does that, doesn't he, sometimes? And Martinelli's shown how good he is already, hasn't he? Matt Turner's actually getting warmed up here, getting changed, sorry. And this could be a very, very early goalkeeping change for Arsenal, which would be a very, very difficult moment, wouldn't it? I don't really trust Matt Turner in a game like this against an opposition like this with this many great attacking players. But anyway, Ramsdale, he's carrying on for now. He's trotted back into his goal, but it is a throw to Liverpool over on that far side, which Trent Alexander-Arnold is going to take. He throws it back actually to Virgil van Dijk is now in possession inside the Liverpool half, and he goes back to goalkeeper Keller. So we'll have to keep an eye on Aaron Ramsdale certainly for the next 10-15 minutes or so, see if he can run that knock off. Looks to be, I say, in the hip area, maybe the upper thigh. It seemed to go as he took a goal kick a few moments ago, and then when he came back out there to challenge Mo Salah, he felt it again. He's a bit of a worry. Jordan Henderson now striding forward for Liverpool into the Arsenal half. Plays the ball out to that far side to Mo Salah again. He's got Tomiyasu. That's what it is, isn't it? Tomiyasu is keeping an eye on Salah. Liverpool inside here with Diogo Jota trying to get round Tomiyasu, but he can't. And Arsenal do get the ball clear, but not really that far. Martinelli now has just conceded a corner under pressure from Alexander-Arnold. Liverpool now exerting some pressure on the Arsenal defence. We've played 11 minutes. Terry says, worrying. Indeed, it is a worry. I'd certainly be much more worried if Matt Turner has to come on. No disrespect to the American, but in a game like this, he doesn't fill me with a massive amount of confidence, I have to be honest. But anyway, it is currently a corner to Liverpool again, their second corner in quick succession. They've responded well to going behind, you have to say. Arsenal have got to dig in here. Corner comes in from Alexander-Arnold towards the penalty spot. Van Dijk's header it is, or was it Matip actually maybe behind him? No, it was Van Dijk. Headed over the crossbar into the North Bank behind the goal. But Liverpool starting to settle down now and create us one or two problems. I wonder if Ramsdale's going to take this goal kick, because last time he kicked it was what aggravated that injury. It looks like he is going to take it, but he may well go short with it this time. No, he's going to go long again. He does go long, and that's deep into the Liverpool half. The header flicked on by Martinelli, but there's no Arsenal player there, and Liverpool can get the ball forward again. Gabriel's underneath that one with a header, and Arsenal have now got a free kick. Have they over an offside against was it Diogo Jota? It might have been. Anyway, it's a free kick to Arsenal, which Gabriel is going to take. He goes back to William Saliba. Now it's to Ben White on this near side. Finds Bukayo Saka. Plays it inside to Thomas Partey. This is good from Arsenal. Now Ben White's got a little bit of space down this near side. Whips the ball in. It's come to the far post. The shot's on. Oh, good save from Alisson. Almost 2-0 there. I don't know if the linesman flag had gone up. It was Granit Xhaka with the effort, looking to score another goal. He's already got 2 this season, Granit Xhaka. But this was good play from Arsenal again. Partey put the ball through to Ben White on his near side. It wasn't offside, actually. It was Granit Xhaka the ball came. It was a good save, but he was offside, Granit Xhaka. And now Liverpool can try and come forward themselves. That's a long ball over the top, looking for the run of Diaz inside the penalty area. Diaz cuts inside, needs a bit of support. He's got Tsimikas outside him across towards the penalty spot, headed clear by Granit Xhaka, but only as far as Thiago finds Henderson. Liverpool now exerting some pressure. Mo Salah over on that far side. Great defending from Tomiyasu. That's why he's at left back. Brilliant stuff from him. The ball up the line wasn't too clever though. And Joel Matip will come across and plays it square to Virgil van Dijk. Great defending there from Tomiyasu there to deny Mo Salah. It looks like that was the reasoning behind that particular team selection, and we can't have any complaints at all about that. It was a brilliant piece of defending. Again, one-on-one defending, as Fred said there. That's what he's good at, Tomiyasu, isn't he? Anyway, Liverpool are still in possession with Virgil van Dijk now midway inside the Liverpool half. Nice play there on the turn in midfield from Thiago. Needs a bit of support. He's found it with Diaz, but Arsenal again have won the ball back. But Diaz again, but that's good play again from Arsenal. That was Bukayo Saka there closing that. Sorry, it's Thomas Partey. Sorry, closing that ball down. But Liverpool again have picked up possession over on that far side. Trent Alexander-Arnold dinks a ball over the top. This is looking at dangerous inside the penalty. Diego Jota tries to get across it. It's come off Gabriel. Is it going to be a throw? He prevents a corner, Gabriel. There was a shout there of a penalty from Jota. Was that cross come in? Did it hit Gabriel's arm? Oh, it did actually. It did actually hit his arm. If VAR checked this, I mean, it was very close to him, but it has hit his arm and it's prevented the cross. We've seen a penalty given for that already this weekend. Was there one yesterday, wasn't there? It has hit his arm. There's no doubt about that. And his arm's up here. I don't know. Hopefully VAR won't check it. Plays carried on for the time being anyway. Liverpool do have the ball though with Virgil van Dijk inside the centre circle. Now it's with Thiago, pinged out to that far side to Trent Alexander-Arnold. Plays it inside, but that's not a great ball. And Martin Odegaard picks it up now. Thomas Partey finds Bukayo Saka. Arsenal ripping Liverpool apart every time we come forward. Saka there was pushed off the ball, was he, by Tsimikas. The referee says no. Saka's gone down. And the ball is now in the arms of Alisson Becker. Just rolls it out to this near side. In fact, he rolls it out of play so Saka can get some treatment. He's holding his face, actually. The Arsenal bench don't look too happy with Tsimikas there. Let's have a look and see what happens. Tsimikas tried to go past him. It was just he did brush him off with his arm. It was more on his chest rather than his face, actually. But anyway, Saka is now back on his feet again. It is going to be a throw to Arsenal. Liverpool did kick the ball out, though, so we may well be giving it back to them. Doing it for life says, "Hi, Rich, hope you're doing well, mate. Come on, you Gunners. We're going to win the league." Well, we're certainly in a good position at the moment to beat Liverpool, which would be a big statement, wouldn't it? And Ben White there does throw the ball all the way back to Alisson in goal for Liverpool. It is Arsenal 1, Liverpool 0. We've played 16 minutes. The goal came inside the first minute. It was Gabriel Martinelli, a lovely counter-attack from Arsenal. Well finished by the young Brazilian, his 4th goal of the season. But since then, Liverpool have had a lot more possession. They've looked a little bit dangerous. And also, Aaron Ramsdale had to have some treatment for an injury. And Matt Turner was actually starting to get himself sort of stripped ready to come on. So we'll have to keep an eye on that. But at the moment, Liverpool in possession in midfield, not really putting us under any pressure. And Arsenal now have won a free kick, which we tried to take quickly, but the referee wasn't having any of it. I think it was an offside. Michael Oliver's the referee today, by the way. And it was Darwin Núñez who was offside, the Uruguayan. And it is going to be a free kick to Arsenal, which William Saliba is going to take. It's just outside the centre circle, plays it square to Gabriel. Arsenal looking fairly in control of this game, it has to be said at this moment in time. Liverpool had a couple of corners and have looked a little bit threatening, but Arsenal seem to be in reasonably good control, actually. That's a long ball over the top, looking for the runner, Saka, but it's overhit. I think it was Ben White with a pass. It's going to be a throw to Liverpool down in this bottom corner. Arsenal going to try and pin Liverpool in. It is Arsenal 1, Liverpool 0. What an incredible start to this game it was from Arsenal. That very, very early goal from Gabriel Martinelli down at this clock end, but it is a throw which Tsimikas is going to take for Liverpool in their defensive third. Tsimikas throws it up the line. It's Ben White that wins a header, but it's Thiago Silva wins a second ball. Now Thomas Partey goes back to Gabriel. Arsenal looking very, very good in the early stages of this game. We've played 18 minutes now at the Emirates. Arsenal 1, Liverpool 0. Gabriel now in possession midway inside the Arsenal half, plays it square to William Saliba. That's a ball into midfield, and there's a foul. Is there no? Referee says play on. Odegaard puts the ball through again. This time it's Granit Xhaka in the centre forward position, but Joel Matip was there to tidy up, goes back to goalkeeper Alisson, and Liverpool do clear that attack. But great play again from Arsenal. Now, Granit Xhaka to Martinelli, sorry, over on that far side. Gabriel Martinelli, the goal scorer, tries to play it through to Martin Odegaard, but Liverpool cut that out. And now they can launch a counter-attack themselves with Luis Diaz down this near side. Luis Diaz has got Darwin Núñez ahead of him. Instead, he switches the play to the other side to Mo Salah over on the far side. Nice touch from him. Finds Jordan Henderson, gets it back. Arsenal now got our shape back. That counter-attack from Liverpool, they ended up going backwards, and Arsenal have managed to get back into shape out of possession. Jordan Henderson pings the ball over to that far side. It's Mo Salah again running at Tomiyasu. It's going to be a key battle, this, and that ball over the top is going to run through to Aaron Ramsdale. But that's a key battle, isn't it, in this game? Mo Salah against Tomiyasu. So far, Tomiyasu's come out on top every single occasion. A masterstroke from Arteta. He obviously knew what he was doing on that particular selection. Certainly so far, anyway. We've played nearly 20 minutes. It is still Arsenal 1-0 ahead. And it has been a really, really good start to this game from Arsenal. But we just conceded a throw up this near side. Aaron Ramsdale's clearance there wasn't very well directed. It's going to be a throw to Liverpool midway inside at the Arsenal half on this near side. Liverpool looking to try to find a way back into this game. They have had a couple of corners, but they've not really had a shot on target. They haven't had a shot on target yet. The nearest they came was a header from Virgil van Dijk, which went high over the crossbar. And Arsenal a good value for this 1-0 lead. We're coming up to the midway point in the first half. And so far, it couldn't have gone any better for Arsenal, could it? Trent Alexander-Arnold over on that far side plays the ball square to Liverpool. Trying to slow the play down, get a little bit of possession and try to grow their way into the game. We flew out of the blocks in those first few minutes, but Liverpool coming forward again. Jordan Henderson finds... In fact, it's Arsenal win possession back again. Gabriel Jesus on halfway finds Granit Xhaka, pings it up that far side, looking for Gabriel Martinelli. But the Brazilian goal scorer couldn't kick that ball in. And it is a throw to Liverpool, which is going to be taken by Trent Alexander-Arnold. We are now coming up, I say, just 20 and a half minutes played. So we're coming up towards the halfway point in this first half very shortly. And it's been a very, very good start from Arsenal. If it stays like this, Arsenal will be top of the table again this evening, as we have been for quite a few weeks now, haven't we? It's great to see. Joel Matip now, they're in possession for Liverpool coming forward, but Bukayo Saka cuts out that pass. It was looking for Thiago. Now Bukayo Saka turns, plays the ball out to that far side to Gabriel Martinelli inside the box again. Gabriel Martinelli faced by Trent, gets a cross in. There's no Arsenal player there. It's going to run all the way across to Ben White on this near side, keeps it in. Ben White tried to find Bukayo Saka, but it was cut out there by Luis Diaz. And in fact, play stopped because Trent Alexander-Arnold's gone down with some sort of facial injury. I'm not quite sure what happened there. He was trying to prevent a cross from Martinelli on that far side. He wasn't able to do so, and now he's gone down injured. But Gabriel Martinelli again causing Liverpool so many problems. Burst clear, burst past Trent, got the cross in. There was no Arsenal player, though, inside that 6-yard box looking to get on the end of it. And in the end, the ball was cleared away. It's going to be a drop ball, won't it? Just show this again. Martinelli got past Trent, put a cross in, and then he caught him actually afterwards, Martinelli, accidentally. And he did actually catch Trent, and that's what the injury is for. And Trent's just getting some treatment inside the penalty area at this moment in time. So there's a hold up in play. Looks like an ankle. Looks like his right ankle is the problem. Martinelli did just catch him as Trent tried to block the cross on the follow through, and Trent's may not be able to continue. Actually, they're just putting the word across to the bench. And I think we may be seeing an early substitution for Liverpool. We were a little bit worried that Aaron Ramsdale might be going off for us, but it looks as though the early substitution in this game may well be to Liverpool, because Trent Alexander-Arnold looks as though he's struggling at the moment. The physio is in contact with the bench. I'm not sure who would come on. Joe Gomez, potentially, maybe, for Liverpool. He's on the bench for them today. Maybe Canate, they might change their shape slightly. But anyway, Jurgen Klopp is currently in conversation with captain Jordan Henderson. Mikel Arteta is taking the time as well to speak to a couple of his players, Ben White, William Saliba as well. Trent is now back on his feet again. He's still not moving exactly freely. So we'll have to see whether Trent can continue in this game. He's obviously having to go off over on that far side, having received treatment. He's just had a little jog over there. Looks as though he is going to be okay to continue for the time being, even though he's not moving particularly freely at this moment in time. And that's an area that maybe Arsenal can now try and exploit even more. We have looked to exploit that already in these opening 23 and a half minutes. And with Gabriel Martinelli, and now Trent's had a bit of an injury, maybe it's an opportunity for us to really exploit that side. Anyway, we do continue. The ball is now back with Alisson, and Trent has just been allowed back onto the pitch again. But the physios are still staying over on that side, actually. I don't think we've seen the last of this little injury to Trent. But anyway, the ball's currently with Alisson. He plays it up this near side to Virgil van Dijk. And Virgil van Dijk plays it back to Alisson again. Liverpool just wanting to slow the game down. That's what they're trying to do. But at the moment, not really able to do anything with the ball too much. They've got it in possession again on this near side with Diaz. Plays it into midfield. Henderson flicks it on and gets it back. That was a good ball looking for the run there of Mo Salah. But who was there? That time it actually was Granit Xhaka. But now Arsenal in possession. Gabriel Martinelli plays it back to Thomas Partey inside the centre circle. Pings the ball over to that far side. This is good play. Gabriel Jesus now is over on there with in possession of the ball for Arsenal. A couple of little step overs from Jesus. Plays the ball back to Gabriel. Now it's with Granit Xhaka on that far side. Dinks it in towards the run at the near post of Martinelli. He couldn't get there. And Thiago heads it back to Alisson. Arsenal 1 at Liverpool 0. 25 minutes played here at the Emirates. It's been a good start from Arsenal, but Liverpool coming forward over on that far side. Mo Salah, he's been kept quiet so far from Tomiyasu. That's a ball played up the outside. The shot comes in. A good save from Ramsdale at the near post. Was that Diogo Jota with that shot there? But it was a decent save from Ramsdale at the near post. A save you'd expect him to make, and he made it. And it remains at 1-0. And then there's a foul there by Tsimikas on Saka. Those two have had a couple of little incidents already, haven't they? And that is now going to be a free kick to Arsenal. It was Darwin Núñez, with that effort there. It was a good play, actually. Mo Salah played the ball in to Darwin Núñez on that far side. He fired a shot in at the near post. It was on target, but Ramsdale, you wouldn't imagine he's going to get beaten from there, and he didn't. And the score remains at... actually, I can't get that comment off. There we go. Sorry about that. So if people want to advertise on the site, feel free to send me a check or transfer me some money, and you can advertise all you like. But if you're not going to pay, we're not going to advertise you. Anyway, that free kick there is taken by Ben White up this near side. And now Jordan Henderson in possession finds Tsimikas. Good defending again from Arsenal, but Luis Diaz there as this won a free kick. It was a foul there by Thomas Partey, and Diaz has won a free kick for Liverpool on this near side. Let's see how we defend this. It was a good play actually from Diaz, and Thomas Partey just held him off, pushed him back, and it is a free kick to Liverpool, which they've taken now. Joel Matip finds Alexander-Arnold, seems okay now, plays that ball forward to Jota. Good play from Granit Xhaka there, but Liverpool pick up possession again with Trent Alexander-Arnold, finds Joel Matip striding forward. The Cameroonian goes back to Virgil van Dijk, and now it's back with Alexander-Arnold again, plays the ball up that far side. But Arsenal win the header with Tomiyasu, and now can come forward. Granit Xhaka plays the ball out of that far side again. This is Gabriel Jesus, cuts inside, twists and turns. Tomiyasu's outside him. Can he get across with his left foot? He does, towards the end of the 6-yard box. Headed away, but not very far. Only as far as Gabriel Jesus. Inside the penalty, does well. Gabriel Jesus, can he get a shot away? He can, but it lacks power at the near post. And it's gone all the way through into the arms of Alisson. And it is still Arsenal 1 at Liverpool now. Another good attack, though, from Arsenal. Liverpool didn't really manage to get the ball away. Gabriel Jesus showed good feet inside the area. Did a nutmeg there on Matip. Cut back inside, but that shot lacked enough pace or direction, and a quite comfortable save from Alisson. But good play again from Arsenal. Gabriel Jesus, 5 goals this season so far for Arsenal in 8 Premier League appearances. Erling Haaland's got all the headlines, hasn't he, with his number of goals. But Gabriel Jesus has gone about his job really well for Arsenal. scoring on a regular basis, and that is what's helping us, obviously, in the position that we're in. Currently leading Liverpool by a goal to it was his compatriot goal inside the first minute. Brilliant start from Arsenal. Since then, Liverpool have had a lot more possession without really creating too many chances. Just that one save Aaron Ramsdale had to make from Darwin Núñez about 5 minutes ago, but Liverpool now in possession again, trying to come forward. Great play again from Tomiyasu. He's had a great game at left back. You have to say. Now also coming forward, great at Saka, but that wasn't a great pass, cut out quite easily by Liverpool. Now they're coming forward with Jota. That's nice feet from the Portuguese. He's having a good run here. Now he finds Diego. He finds Luis Diaz, but it is actually a handball against the Colombian, and Arsenal have got a free kick which they've taken quickly, looking to get Bukayo Saka in down his near side, but he can't keep that ball in, and Virgil van Dijk will take the throw for Liverpool. But that was good play. That was from Diogo Jota, who's got a great goal-scoring record against us, hasn't he? He helped Liverpool to knock us out of the Carabao Cup semi-final, didn't he, last season? Scored in a Premier League game as well when Liverpool twice. They won 2-0 at the Emirates, but we have scored against them this time. The ball comes across. It's going to be a chance. It was almost an own goal from William Saliba. A good save from Aaron Ramsdale there. The cross came in, a low cross from that far side. Saliba had to get there. Otherwise, the ball would have come through to Diaz. It was good play, actually, down that far side from Liverpool. Mo Salah with the ball across. In fact, I think it might have been Henderson with the ball across. William Saliba got there first, and Ramsdale had to go down to his left-hand side, push that away, or it would have been a second own goal of the season for William Saliba. But anyway, Liverpool now starting to rank up the pressure a little bit more as we've played now half an hour at the Emirates. Arsenal 1, Liverpool 0. Virgil van Dijk in possession, plays the ball at his near side to Tsimikas for Liverpool. Plays it back to Thiago. The ball is now being played in front of the Arsenal defence here. Everyone behind the ball for Arsenal except Gabriel Jesus, and he now gets behind the ball as well. Matip finds Jordan Henderson, plays the ball out to Trent Alexander-Arnold. Looks fit again following that injury scare. Now Liverpool in possession again with Matip. Goes square to Virgil van Dijk. Pings it over to that far side to Trent Alexander-Arnold. Liverpool in possession, but they're going sideways rather than forwards at the moment. Arsenal defending the spaces pretty well. Van Dijk now in possession, plays it to this near side to Tsimikas. Ben White engages with him, but it goes back to Van Dijk again. Switches it over to that far side. Now it's with Thiago. Little flick forward to Jota. Jota's done well there, finds Mo Salah. Henderson now in possession. It's all Liverpool at the moment. Now it's gone out to that far side to Salah. It goes past two changes. He gets past Tomiyasu. This time inside the penalty. He tries a shot at the near post, but it's gone wide. And it is going to be a goal kick to Arsenal. First time Mo Salah has got past Tomiyasu there. A little bit too easy it was there. He got into the penalty and tried a shot. It was a difficult angle. And Ramsdale had it covered at the near post anyway. So he hasn't scored too many times this season. I think he's only got 2 goals this season. Unusual for him. You'd have expected him usually to have been a lot more prolific than that. But he hasn't been so far this season. But you do imagine he will score some goals eventually. Hopefully not today. But Liverpool won the ball back again with Jordan Henderson. But Granit Xhaka takes it off him. This is good pressure from Arsenal. Gabriel Martinelli now tried to play it forward, but Liverpool win possession again. But Arsenal's pressing is causing Liverpool a lot of problems in this game. Oh, good play there was from Tsimikas. Got through 2 or 3 challenges. And it is Darwin Núñez has come to collect that ball. And Liverpool now can come forward down this near side with Diaz. Arteta was almost on the pitch there. Miles outside is technical area. But Liverpool do keep possession now with Tsimikas. And he plays it back to Virgil van Dijk. Liverpool are now starting to get on top. That's a ball over the top, but it's not going to find Mo Salah. Well read by Tomiyasu. And then the ball goes back to goalkeeper Aaron Ramsdale, who goes past Darwin Núñez. A nice little bit of skill there from Ramsdale, and he's got out for a throw over on that far side. That was a bit cool there. As Martinelli played it back to Ramsdale, he's put under pressure from Darwin Núñez, skipped past him, and then cleared the ball away. Nice little bit of play from him. So we've played 33 minutes now. It is still Arsenal 1, Liverpool 0, but Liverpool have a throw over on this near side with Trent Alexander-Arnold. Throws it in to Thiago, gets it back again, does Trent. Plays a long ball over the top, but Oh, a little bit of a mistake there, and suddenly it's Diaz in, plays the ball across the box. Oh, it's the equaliser for Liverpool. It's Darwin Núñez with the goal. It was poor defending, actually, in the build-up to that goal. It started with a throw for Liverpool deep inside their own half. It's ended with Darwin Núñez finishing. It was a cross from Luis Diaz, I think, from over on that far side. Not great defending from Arsenal, it has to be said. It was Trent with the ball. Played the ball up that line. It was a mistake, a bit of a misunderstanding there between Tomiyasu and Saliba. Saliba couldn't get back in time, and Darwin Núñez stretched and managed to force that ball home from close range from that cross from Diaz. He couldn't really miss, actually. Not great defending at all from Arsenal. It was Gabriel, actually, with the mistake, put William Saliba in a bit of trouble, and Gabriel couldn't get back. It was Gabriel's mistake again. Every week he seems to make one, doesn't he? And it's costing us goals. It's cost us this equaliser here. And Liverpool have been the better team since we scored, probably, you have to say, in balance of play. And it's a mistake at the back from Arsenal. And as Terry says there, 1-1 indeed. It is 1-1. Darwin Núñez with the goal. Not great defending. That's only his second Premier League goal of the season for their new signing, the Uruguayan. But that was more at the back from Arsenal. Bad communication there between Gabriel and Saliba. And now Liverpool coming forward again. And it's Diaz in behind the Arsenal defence. Diaz running through. Oh, good defending there from Saliba. And it's going to be a goal kick. In fact, I think it was offside anyway. But Saliba didn't know that. Got back well. Brilliant, brilliant from him. And great defending it was. It was given. Was it given as offside? I'm not sure if it was offside. It doesn't matter anyway because Saliba just showed strength, pace, and power. And in the end, I think it's a goal kick. Shane says they're terrible from Ramsdale, silly throwing. Well, I mean, he was trying to be clever, wasn't he? Showing, going past Núñez in the area and then just booted the ball out. But really, that we should have dealt with that better. It was a innocuous ball really from Alexander-Arnold, wasn't it? Up that far side. Gabriel didn't need to stick out a foot because William Saliba had that covered, and he ended up meant that Saliba couldn't get to that ball. It went to Diaz, and then Gabriel couldn't get back, and Darwin Núñez had a simple finish. So I don't really blame Ramsdale for the goal. We had two opportunities to defend it better and we didn't, and that's why we've conceded that goal. Fred says, "Are we rattled?" Well, I think we may well be a little bit rattled. We seem to be. I don't know. We seem to be rushing things a little bit. We've made a couple of silly mistakes, haven't we? And Gabriel there, another poor clearance, just goes up instead of out. Gabriel is becoming a little bit of a liability, has to be said. Every single week we seem to be conceding goals due to his mistakes. And Liverpool coming forward again with Virgil van Dijk. We're on the ropes a little bit here as we get into the last 8 minutes of the first half. Arsenal won, Liverpool won, but Liverpool certainly on top at this moment in time, following a really good start from Arsenal. Tsimikas now plays the ball inside to Diaz, and he was wrestled to the ground actually by Thomas Partey. He's gone down injured, but Liverpool still in possession. So referee Michael Oliver waves play on, and Liverpool now with Henderson inside at the centre circle has managed to keep possession for Arsenal and for Liverpool. And Diaz will now be able to get some treatment now. It was quite. I don't know whether that's a foul from either of them, really. Anyway, it wasn't given as a foul. And Diaz is now down and will receive some treatment. Michael Oliver is just having a word with him there, probably seeing if he needs some treatment. He is holding his left leg as things stand. But it was a really poor goal to concede from Arsenal. Just a simple ball over the top, which William Saliba would have cleared had Gabriel not got onto it. Really, really poor defending from Gabriel. And yeah, he has had a terrible few weeks, hasn't he, the Brazilian? And that's resulted in another goal conceded last week. He gave away a soft penalty against Tottenham, didn't he? A silly penalty. That made it 1-1. This has made it 1-1 as well. But this is a Liverpool team that have come here to attack and to try to score goals, unlike Spurs last week, who were quite happy to sit back and defend. At this moment in time, we just need to get through this, don't we? Dig in. Because you have to say Liverpool have really started to turn the screw on us, and that goal have maybe been coming. Although they hadn't had loads and loads of chances, you could sense a goal was coming from Liverpool. and it has done. It is 1-1, and we are six or 7 minutes away from half time. Diaz is now back on his feet again. He's obviously going to have to come over to this near side, having received treatment, and Arsenal throw the ball back to Liverpool. It's Ben White. Of course, Liverpool play Manchester City next week at Anfield, so that could be interesting, couldn't it? Opportunity maybe for both of them to drop points. But anyway, we need to win this game first, and we can worry about that afterwards. Shane says Gabriel must be at risk of losing his spot in the first 11. Always has mistakes. No, exactly. I agree with you. He's not played well for a while, has he? And yeah, he seems to be making constant mistakes after mistake, game after game. And I mean, we don't have another left-footed centre back, do we? To give us that balance, but I think it might only be a matter of time before we're maybe seeing a back four of Tomiyasu, White, Saliba, and maybe Zinchenko. I think that could be our back four very, very soon if Gabriel continues to keep making these silly mistakes. But anyway, let's see what happens. He doesn't like making too many changes, Mikel Arteta, does he? He's very loyal to his players. He tends to keep the same team and not change things too much. He made a big call today with Tomiyasu coming at left back, and that's worked out fairly well so far. Mo Salah's been kept pretty quiet, although the goal did come from that side. Mo Salah is in possession at the moment, keeps it for Liverpool. Alexander-Arnold plays the ball over the top again. Surely that's an offside against Núñez, the goal scorer for Liverpool. It was. He looked miles offside. I don't know what he's complaining about there. He's got his arms out as if to say, how am I offside? Well, you're offside, mate, because you're like miles ahead of the Arsenal line. It's a very high line from Arsenal. Anyway, we did catch him offside, and Arsenal have now taken a free kick. We're into the last 5 minutes of the first half. Gabriel in possession and kicks it out. Diaz has gone down again. Is this going to be more of a serious problem for him? He just received treatment a few moments ago. He's gone down again. The crowd aren't very happy. But Diaz may well have to come off for Liverpool. He's not looking very happy there, sitting on the ground. It was his assist for the goal, of course, so it wouldn't be a bad thing for us. Maybe Firmino would come on though, wouldn't he? And we know what a great record he's got of goal scoring against Arsenal. Most of these Liverpool forwards have, haven't they? Let's be honest, over the years. But Darwin Núñez is just getting... I don't know if he's going to be able to continue here. He's getting a little chat there from Thiago. Maybe, and in fact, he's going to come off because Firmino is stripped and ready to come on. The Brazilian Roberto did get a couple of goals last week, didn't he, against Brighton when Liverpool came back from 2-0 down. They did lead 3-2 before Brighton came back and got a draw. Firmino scored twice in that game. He's about to come on for Luis Diaz, and in fact, he is on now. They've made that substitution in the last 4 minutes of this first half. There's going to be quite a lot of stoppage time, isn't there? Because there's been 3 or 4 injuries. The trainers have been on the pitch a few times, and Diaz is going down a tunnel to receive some treatment there for that injury. And then maybe it was worse than we gave him credit for earlier on when he went down. Maybe we think we was complaining about nothing, but he maybe did have a bit more of a serious injury. He's had to go off now, and Roberto Firmino's come on. So Liverpool have had to readjust their attack as we come down towards half-time. Ben White now plays the ball up this near side, looking for Saka, but he didn't get there, and the ball's ran through to Virgil van Dijk, who plays it square into Matip, and now it's back to Alisson. Gabriel Jesus is closing down the Liverpool goalkeeper, but he does go long. Gabriel's underneath that with a header. Again, it goes more up than out, and Liverpool pick up possession again with Mo Salah over on that far side. It's now with Trent. We've now into the last 2.5 minutes of the first half. It is Arsenal 1, Liverpool 1, and Bukayo Saka has just been penalised there for a foul. It looks as though Arsenal would turn over possession quite high up the pitch, but the referee wasn't having any of it. It's a foul which Liverpool have taken quickly, and now it's with Jota, who's now moved over to this left-hand side, finds Tsimikas. He carries on his run, Jota. Can he get a cross in? He does get a cross in, but Arsenal do manage to clear it over not very far. Darwin Núñez plays it out to the far side. Mo Salah dinks it in towards the box again, but it's luckily just going to roll through to Aaron Ramsdale, and now Arsenal can come forward again on a counter-attack as we look down towards the last couple of minutes of this first half, and Martin Odegaard's fouled inside at the centre circle. It's certainly been a full-blooded encounter, hasn't it, so far? Tackles going in. Good play from both teams at times. Arsenal got after that great start, of course, but Liverpool have since pegged it back to 1-1. As I say, we moved down into the last 90 seconds of normal time at the end of the first half. There will be a little bit of stoppage time, I would say maybe 3 or 4 minutes, although you don't tend to get as much in the first half, do you, as you do later on. But anyway, Arsenal in possession now, the ball with William Saliba, brings it forward for Arsenal, plays it to Ben White up this near side. Ben White's forced back and goes back to Aaron Ramsdale just inside the penalty area. The Arsenal goalkeeper plays it into Thomas Partey and gets it back again. Arsenal struggling to really get out of our half. We have done for probably the last 10 or 15 minutes. We've barely been out of our half. Anyway, we've got an opportunity over on that far side now. That's good play, really good play there from Gabriel Jesus. Finds Granit Xhaka, plays it on to Martinelli, gets it back. Granit Xhaka plays it square to Martin Odegaard. Now we've got an opportunity. Gabriel Jesus inside the penalty area. It just runs away from him, the ball. It's cleared away by Tsimikas. But Arsenal now looking to finish the half on top. We're into the last minute of normal time at the end of this first half. Gabriel now in possession, plays it out to that far side to Tomiyasu. Plays out the line. This is good play from Arsenal again with Martinelli. Granit Xhaka's gone ahead of him. Martinelli cuts inside, plays the ball. Looks to play the ball into Odegaard. It was cut out, but it comes to Thomas Partey. Now with Bukayo Saka on this near side inside the area. Bukayo Saka going through inside the area. Good tackle from Van Dijk. In fact, Saka has given away a free kick, and it is going to be giving away a foul. So it's going to be a free kick to Liverpool. Bukayo Saka there looked like he may have been in with an opportunity to get a shot away at goal, but he wasn't. And in the end, it's going to be a free kick to Liverpool. As we look now, we'll find out exactly how much stoppage time it's going to be. I'm guessing 4 minutes, but we'll see. Certainly, trains have been on the pitch a few times, haven't they? We're just about to find out now. It's 5 minutes. There's going to be 5 minutes of stoppage time. Yeah, that kind of makes sense, doesn't it? With the stoppages that there's been. That long ball there from Alisson's flicked on by Liverpool. Darwin Núñez is after it. Gabriel's across, but Aaron Ramsdale's out quickly and grabs that ball to stop the Uruguayan goal scorer for Liverpool. Again, Arsenal can't get going in the attacking sense. Diego Jota plays the ball square. This is good play from Liverpool. Jota again has got a little bit of space on this near side, keeps the ball in, plays it back to Tsimikas, who's played well actually at left back for Liverpool. Now Jota again, and Tsimikas do well in this bottom corner. Jota now inside the area, tried to play it through, and Thomas Partey's there, puts it out for a throw to Liverpool right by the corner flags on this near side. Tsimikas is going to take this. We have now played a minute of the 5 stoppages at the end of this first half. I think Arsenal need half time to maybe regroup, because we've been under a lot of pressure in this final 15 minutes of the first half. Van Dijk now plays it square to Matip, gets it back again. Virgil van Dijk plays it up to Thiago on this near side into Jordan Henderson. Liverpool have had the majority of possession in this game, and I know Arteta won't be pleased about that, because he likes Arsenal to have control of the ball, and we haven't had since the first 10 minutes or so when we were really, really good. But since then, Liverpool have been the better side. They've had the control and they've got themselves level. But we are now counting down towards half-time. We're deep into stoppage time at the end of this first half. That ball's there, played from Van Dijk towards Mo Salah. Good defending again from Tomiyasu, who's had a great game at left-back, it has to be said. The ball now is back with Gabriel. It was his mistake that did lead to the Liverpool equaliser, but William Saliba now looking to bring it out, plays it in to Thomas Partey. And now can Arsenal get another attack going before half-time? Gabriel Martinelli does really well inside the centre circle. He's had a great game, Martinelli. Keeps possession, he's done well, finds Tomiyasu. Now it's got out to that far side to Gabriel Jesus. Liverpool trying to win the ball back, but Arsenal keep possession. Thomas Partey now dinks the ball to this near side. Bukayo Saka got a little bit of space now on this near side. Ben White's gone outside him. He's gone round the outside. Bukayo Saka, can he get across it? It's gone out. Is it going to be a corner to Arsenal? It is. We've played 2.5 minutes of stoppage time at the end of this first half. Arsenal have a corner, which Bukayo Saka is going to take. Finally relieving that pressure that's been on us for the majority of this first half, actually. But anyway, we're finishing with this corner here with Bukayo Saka on the near side. Can Arsenal regain the lead before half-time? Let's have a look what can happen here. We've got, we want midway through the stoppage time at the end of this first half. It's a corner to Arsenal. Bukayo Saka is going to take it in swinger with his left foot. It comes in towards the edge of the 6-yard box. It's a header away, though, by Darwin Núñez, the Liverpool goal scorer. But Tomiyasu picks the ball up, goes back to Aaron Ramsdale, who's just outside the centre circle. Then goes long up this near side, looking for Saka again. Saka's got round the wrong side of Tsimikas. He's done well, Bukayo Saka. Can he get across in or find a teammate? He does. He finds Martin Odegaard on the edge of the box. Martin Odegaard plays it across to Granit Xhaka. Can he get a shot away? Oh, instead he played it into Jesus. Now it's Odegaard inside the box. Martin Odegaard trying to go past two defenders. Saka picks the ball up, drills it across the box. Oh, Liverpool managed to scramble it clear. This is better from Arsenal, but now Liverpool on the counter-attack with Jota. He's done well there. He's got past Ben White and Thomas Partey. Plays it in to Darwin Núñez. Now it's suddenly become real end-to-end, and that's a foul there by Martin Odegaard, is it? And he'd be quite lucky not to get a yellow card. In fact, he has got a yellow card, the Arsenal captain. And we are now into the final 2 minutes of stoppage time at the end of this first half. It was a bit of a late challenge there from Odegaard. I can't have any complaints about that. And it's his second yellow card of the season for the Arsenal captain. It's going to be a free kick to Liverpool. It's actually going to be a throw. Is it to Liverpool or a free kick? It's going to be a free kick on this near side, just in front of the Arsenal dugout. Mikel Arteta outside his technical area again. But it is going to be Tsimikas with this free kick. Kostas Tsimikas, the Greek left back for Liverpool. We are now into the final minute of stoppage time at the end of the first half. That goes right away across to the far post. Arsenal just managed to deal with it. And now Gabriel Jesus can bring the ball clear for Arsenal. Play out to that far side to Gabriel Martinelli. On the counter-attack, it's 3 against 3 for Arsenal. In fact, it's 4 against 3 in Arsenal's favour. Martinelli cuts back inside. Ball goes right across. Bukayo Saka's got a tap in. He scored. Bukayo Saka makes it 2-1. Is he offside? Liverpool claiming that he is. We'll have to see the replay of that. But in the final minute of stoppage time at the end of the first half, Arsenal again on the counter-attack have made it 2-1. Gabriel Martinelli with a goal and an assist, and that one's Bukayo Saka. We will have to check I'm sure VAR will be looking at that. He did look as though he could have been offside there. Liverpool certainly claiming offside. We'll have to see the replay here. It was a counter-attack started from Gabriel Jesus. It was that Liverpool free kick, actually, wasn't it, where that came from? It was Martinelli down that far side. Suddenly we had an overload. It was 4-3. Martinelli did well. Cut back inside. Oh, he's onside. He's miles onside. It was Jordan Henderson playing him on. It is a goal. It is going to stand. Arsenal do lead. Brilliant, brilliant stuff. Terry says there, 2-1 Saka. Shane says Martinelli is the name of my next child. I don't care if it's a girl. Well, Martinelli would be a nice name for a girl, wouldn't it? And Arsenal now lead right on the stroke of half-time. Bukayo Saka with his second Premier League goal of the season. And he did score against Manchester United as well, didn't he? He's got a habit of scoring in big games, Bukayo Saka, and he's finished that one off from close range. But Martinelli, again, with the assist, Martinelli has been the player of this first half for Arsenal. Klopp looking a little bit disappointed. Terry says there, I'll go there, Shane. Exactly, yeah. It's a good name, Martinelli. That'll do for me. And he's had a fantastic first half, hasn't he, the Brazilian? In fact, there goes the half-time whistle at the end of that first half, where we got a goal in the very first minute of that half and a goal at the very end of that half as well. What a start it was from Arsenal. It was Martinelli got the goal. It was a good counter-attack. Saka fired Martin Odegaard. He played it inside Trent, and there was Martinelli coming in to finish that off. 58 seconds on the clock when that goal went in. But after that, Liverpool started to gain control of the game. They got themselves level. It wasn't great defending from Arsenal. It was an innocuous ball really up the far side from Trent Alexander-Arnold. Gabriel didn't need to make an attempt to clear it because Saliba was there. He got a touch on it, which took Saliba out of the game. Diaz played it across the box, and there was Darwin Núñez, to slide it home from very, very close range. And at that point, Liverpool were on top. They were starting to really push us back. We were struggling to get out of our half. In the final minute of stoppage time, at the end of that first half, it was a Liverpool free kick. Arsenal half cleared it. It actually came down to Gabriel Jesus. He did really well. The ball ended up with Martinelli on that far side again, cut inside, rolled it across the box, and there was Saka sliding in the empty net, and Arsenal lead at 2-1. What a first half that has been. Colonel's there chatting in. He says, love look on Klopp's face. There, yeah, it was. See, you can see the issues that Liverpool have got this season is they are defending really, really badly, aren't they? They're leaving massive, massive spaces, and of course, teams like ourselves, other teams as well, have been able to exploit that. Man United did earlier in the season as well, didn't they? But you have to say when Liverpool have got possession of the ball, they look very good still and very dangerous. But they haven't really created an awful lot of chances, have they? The goal was a mistake. They had that header from Van Dijk, but other than that, they've not really created too much, have they? And I don't think I wouldn't necessarily say we've been in control of the game, because I think Liverpool have probably been the better team, but we've got ourselves in front with two really, really classy counter-attacking goals. Martinelli's been at the heart of both of them. He scored the first, got the assist for the second for Saka, and at half-time, it is 2-1, and as things currently stand, we are going to be back at the top of the table this evening. So, yeah, brilliant stuff there. What a game, actually. Brilliant game it's been. Real good quality from both sides in the attacking efforts. Not so much great defending, you have to say. All three goals, you could say, have been poor defending, if you're honest, if you're looking at them from a critical perspective. But we want to see goals, don't we? And we've certainly seen 3 good goals in this first half. Terry says, we definitely need to wake up and get our finger out in the second half. Well, I just think what we need to do is we just need to keep ourselves... I think we've done well to keep Liverpool at arm's length, in the sense that they're not creating lots and lots of chances, are they? Their goal came from a mistake, and they haven't really created a lot. So I think we're doing okay. And then on the counter-attack, we're looking really, really dangerous, aren't we? And it's kind of a good tactic, and obviously it's worked really well in that first half. So I don't think we need to think too much about changing it necessarily, the way that we're playing. I know Arteta would prefer us to have a lot more control of the ball, because that's what he likes, doesn't he? He likes us to have possession of the ball and control the game. And we maybe need to try to get more possession of the ball in the second half. But ultimately, I think the game plan has worked almost to perfection that first half, didn't it? Some really good attacking play on the counter attack, and overall we've defended pretty well. Tomiyasu has been great at left back, you have to say. He's kept Mo Salah really, really quiet, and overall it's been a good first half. But we want to hopefully get a bit more possession. I think the second half now is going to be, isn't it? The next goal is going to be so important, isn't it? You do feel as though if we can get a third goal, I think that's it. I can't see Liverpool coming back from that. But if Liverpool get an equaliser again, then it's going to be really, really tough, isn't it, for us to get a lead for a third time. So we're going to have to be switched on at the start of the second half. We're going to have to be concentrated, and I'm sure Liverpool will come out looking a lot more dangerous in the second half. So we're going to have to be on our game, aren't we, straight away? And let's hope that we can not only keep the lead, but I say maybe even add to it as well. It's been a good first half, hasn't it? Exciting stuff, great football from both teams at times, and I say we have got the lead, which is fantastic, isn't it? So I hope you have enjoyed that first half as much as I have. Don't forget, come out on the channel. We have got a really, really busy week again. Busy week on the channel. Tomorrow, of course, it is the Arsenal review. We will be looking back on this game, looking back on the Bodo Glimt game, looking ahead to the second leg against Bodo Glimt, and also, of course, next weekend's trip to Leeds in the Premier League. So a busy show tomorrow at 8 o'clock. Got the panel joining me for that one. On Tuesday, we're going to be doing a watch along of the Arsenal women, the England Lionesses against Czech Republic, another build-up game for the World Cup for them. And that will be on Tuesday evening, so please join us for that. And Wednesday, Melvin's back with the the Highbury Matters show, 8 o'clock. He's got a guest joining him, Russ, looking back on the period of the early 1970s. So that's going to be really, really good. So we look forward to that show on Wednesday. Then Thursday, of course, it's the Europa League watch-along. Bodo Glimt against Arsenal in the Europa League. It's an early kickoff, isn't it? So we'll be live at 5:30 for that one. 5:45 kickoff, of course, for that big game in Norway. So join us for that one. Friday, we're back with the Arsenal Women's Show. The game will be joining us. We'll be looking back on the international break. We'll be looking ahead, of course, to a big return of the WSL game against Reading. Also, the start of the Champions League for the women away in Lyon. That's next Wednesday. The holders, of course, of the Champions League, we'll be playing them next Wednesday. So we're looking to those two games as well. That's on Friday at 7:30. And then on next Sunday, a week today, we have got a two watch-alongs for you. On Sunday at 2 o'clock, Arsenal play at Leeds. So we'll be live at 1:45 for the 2 o'clock kickoff there. And then the Arsenal women are away at Reading. That is a 7:15 kickoff in the evening. So we'll be live at 5:45. So we get a little bit of a break in between. And all that is coming up on the channel over this next 7 days. It is going to be a busy week, a great week on the channel. So please join us for some of those shows if they do, if you fancy it. It's going to be some good stuff. So yeah, that's all to come. And also as well, later on tonight about 7 o'clock, I am going to be on Talk TV with Mark Saggers, obviously looking back on this particular game, Arsenal against Liverpool, which so far is going to be, it's going to be nice to talk about this, isn't it? And Arsenal currently leading at the moment, but we'll see. So that's at 7 o'clock on Talk TV, which is of course on the radio, on TV, it's on YouTube as well. So if you're around at 7 o'clock, join us on there for that on Talk TV with Mark Saggers. That's going to be good fun as well. So loads and loads coming up. Busy time on the channel. And yeah, it's all good stuff at the minute. Arsenal are top of, well, as things stand, Arsenal are top of the Premier League. The Arsenal women are top of the WSL. We're top of our Europa League group. We've got England Player of the Year for the men and the women. We've got Goal of the Month for the women. All kinds of stuff going on. It's just brilliant time to be an Arsenal fan, isn't it? So we are enjoying it at this moment in time, and long way to continue. And we've certainly enjoyed that first half, haven't we? Arsenal 2, Liverpool 1. What a great half of football that was. And 2 goals on the counter-attack have given us the lead. In between those 2 goals at the very start and the very end of the half, Liverpool were a better team and got the equaliser. But ultimately, we are winning, and we'll take that all day long, won't we? Of course, we are actually halfway to Terry's score prediction of 4-1, aren't we? It's 2-1, so another 2 goals in the second half, attacking the North Bank. And Terry gets the score right again. He's done that a few times lately, actually. I'm getting a little bit worried. His score predictions are coming true too many times. It's a little bit worrying, actually. But anyway, long way to continue, I suppose, because it's obviously great stuff, isn't it? But yeah, what a first half that was. Brilliant football. 2 really good sides going for it, aren't they? Yeah, it's led to a great game. Sometimes these games can be disappointing, can't they? When the big teams meet each other. But this hasn't been, has it? It's not been disappointing at all. It's been a fantastic game of football, end-to-end stuff. And so let's hope that we can finish the job in the second half, which will be coming up very soon. Liverpool, of course, have had to make that substitution, haven't they? Luis Diaz has gone off to be replaced by Roberto Firmino. Just at the end of the first half, there wasn't really time for Firmino to get into the game yet. We know what a great goal scoring record he's got against us, don't we? And also as well the fact that he did score 2 goals last week against Brighton, so he's going to be a threat in the second half, isn't he? Jota, not really had much of the ball, Jota, has he? He's looked reasonably good a couple of times when he has got on the ball, but even so, we're going to have to watch for him. Mo Salah as well, who's been kept really quiet by Tommy Asu. What a great job he's done there on Mo Salah. But we know that those players like that only need one chance, don't they? Half a chance sometimes, and it's a goal. So we're going to have to be switched on for this second half, and hopefully we can finish this job and be a really big statement result, won't it? It is only half time now. We're not going to get carried away just yet. But let's hope that we can finish the job before the end of this game, which would be great, wouldn't it? Right, let's have a look. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to share the stream. See if we can get a few more people joining us for the second half, which would be nice, wouldn't it? So we'll see what we can do. But yeah, at half time it's Arsenal 2, Liverpool 1. Brilliant stuff. So let's see what the second half brings. But yeah, that wasn't a bad first half, was it? Let's be honest. Let's just put this on, and then we can get ready for another tense 45 minutes of football. I'm sure it will be, but hopefully, ultimately, an exciting 45 minutes as well. And we shall see what is going to happen. So let's see what the second half brings. But that was certainly an exciting first half, wasn't it? We did enjoy that. And let's hope let's see what we are going to do in this second half. But yeah, it's been a very exciting game, hasn't it? Which I like to see. Two good teams going for it, going at each other, and yeah, let's see what we're gonna. I think we're gonna have to be really, really switched on in the second half because Liverpool will come out flying at us, I'm sure, looking to get back into this game. They can't afford to lose this game, Liverpool, can they? It's such a big game, so yeah. We definitely need to keep ourselves switched on. And if we do, we've seen how dangerous we can be on a counter-attack. Liverpool have left themselves wide open at times. And yeah, it's been a great game. It's made it a great game to watch, actually. So let's see what the second half brings, which I say will be getting underway in the next couple of minutes or so. We'll be back for the second half here, as Arsenal look to finish this job against Liverpool. It would be, wouldn't it, as we've said, a massive, massive victory for Arsenal if we can hold on to these 3 points that we've currently got in our grasp. But it's certainly not going to be easy, is it, in the second half? We know that. But let's have a look and see how we go. But yeah, it's certainly not been a bad first half, has it? That's for certain. Liverpool actually are making a change at half time. It is Joe Gomez coming on for Trent. So obviously that injury that Trent had earlier on in the game, it means now that Liverpool actually have made two separate substitution windows, which means they've only got one more substitution window. Although they can bring on another, they've got another 3 players they can bring on. They would only be able to do that in one window of substitutions now. So Trent is off, and Joe Gomez is on for Liverpool. Obviously, that injury that Trent picked up hasn't healed sufficiently, and he's now gone off. And Joe Gomez is on. So Liverpool about to make 2 substitutions. The start of the second half, not going too well for Liverpool. We are back off and underway. Arsenal now attacking a goal to our left, which is the North Bank, of course, for those familiar with the Emirates. And Arsenal are leading 2-1 as we look forward to the start of the second half now, see what it's going to bring. The ball is now gone out to that far side. Liverpool in possession with Tsimikas, who actually played well in that first half, I thought, the left back for Liverpool, the Greek player. But anyway, Shane says there, Richard, what I think of England qualified group for the Euros. Ireland got a very hard group. Yeah, I mean, the qualifying group for England looks pretty straightforward, doesn't it? Obviously, Italy and England look as though they should qualify. I don't know, is it the winners only with the runners-up go into a playoff? So that's going to be tricky, isn't it? Italy are a good side, European champions, Italy, aren't they? So it is going to be difficult. But yeah, I'm reasonably satisfied with the group. I mean, it's certainly a lot of winnable games. But anyway, yeah, it looks tough. It does look tough for Ireland. It does look really tough for Ireland. But let's hope you guys can make it as well. It makes a better tournament, doesn't it? If there's more than one British side at a tournament, it's always good, isn't it? So let's hope you guys can get there as well. But yeah, it's a tough group for Ireland, but we'll see what that brings us. Terry says there, come on, you guys, indeed. Ramsdale's currently got the ball and he throws it out to Granit Xhaka on this near side. He's got Tomiyasu here. Wasn't a great ball to Tomiyasu actually, and he couldn't keep it in. It's now going to be a throw to Liverpool. It's been a bit of a scrappy start to the second half actually. Maybe Liverpool just needing to adjust to the substitutions that they've had to make, and we haven't really got going yet. Liverpool are in possession at the moment. That ball hoofed forward, but Thomas Partey's underneath it, but it's not a great clearance. Liverpool pick the ball up again, but Arsenal back in possession. Thomas Partey does really well. He's having a great spell at the minute, isn't he? Now this ball's come up the near side. Martinelli plays it across the box. Is it going to be another goal for Arsenal? Oh, shot comes in, it's blocked. Another shot comes in from Martin Odegaard, that was blocked as well. Cross goes back into the far post. It's gone all the way through to Martinelli again. Liverpool just cannot deal with Gabriel Martinelli in this game, but now they've actually won a free kick. But it was Martin Odegaard had the second shot. I'm not sure who had the first one. Martinelli, it was that ran through, pulled it across the box. Liverpool didn't really deal with it. Was it Thomas Partey or was it Saka? It was Saka, then Odegaard. Both shots were blocked. The cross came in from the far side from Ben White, and then it was a free kick to Liverpool. But Arsenal then threatening that third goal, and you do feel as though if we get the third goal early enough in this second half, that is going to probably seal the deal, because Liverpool, with their injury problems that they've had, it would be very hard for them to come back from this point, wouldn't it? But we shall see what happens in this game. We are, 3 minutes into the second half. Gabriel Martinelli again has got cleared down this near side, but he's offside and the flag's gone up. And it is going to be a free kick to Liverpool, which Joe Gomez is now going to take. Drops into that right back position in place of Trent, who's got that injury, and it is going to be Joe Gomez to take this free kick for Liverpool. Goes long into the Arsenal half. It's flicked on there. In fact, it's offside again against Darwin Núñez. He's been offside a lot in this game, hasn't he? The Uruguayan. I don't know if anybody's told him the rules of football. He seems to complain about it all the time. He stands 10, 15 yards offside, and then he complains when the flag goes up. It's like someone needs to actually explain the rules to him. Anyway, it is a free kick to Arsenal. We've played nearly 4 minutes of the second half. Arsenal 2, Liverpool 1. That goal right at the very end of the first half from Bukayo Saka restored Arsenal's lead. Has put us in a very good position. Martinelli again coming forward. Gabriel Martinelli causing problems to the Liverpool defence. He's got the ball across to Martin Odegaard in the box. Martin Odegaard's shot. It's too close to Alisson. And the Liverpool goalkeeper makes a comfortable save. He needed to go in, put it in either corner there, Martin Odegaard. He got himself into the penalty. It's a good play again from Martinelli. And also coming forward again with Saka. It's been a good start to the second half from Arsenal. But that ball's gone out now behind for a throw to Liverpool. But again, it's Martinelli causing the problems. This time it was Joel Matip, couldn't stop him. He got the ball in to Martin Odegaard inside the penalty area. But the shot was straight at goalkeeper on his left foot as well. He's got to be finishing that better, surely. Really good opportunity that was for Martin Odegaard. Anyway, Arsenal still in possession. Thomas Partey finds Bukayo Saka down that far side, trying to find Gabriel Jesus. He keeps it in as it's Thomas Partey across the box, but the ball must have gone out. And Jesus and Van Dijk having a little chat there about that. I think the ball did go out of play. Anyway, Liverpool now in possession again with Van Dijk. Finds Tsimikas. Pinks the ball up that far side, but Arsenal again have won it back. Arsenal started the second half really, really strongly. Martin Odegaard now finds Ben White on that far side. Dinks the ball forward to Gabriel Jesus. Can he get there before Joe Gomez? It was that a handball. In fact, it was offside anyway. And it wouldn't have made any difference. Gabriel Jesus, it was. Just didn't quite get his run right there. He tried to come back on the side, but he didn't quite make it. In fact, he's a good 4 yards offside as well. Terry says, Oda, yeah, it was a good chance, wasn't it? Puts it either side of the keeper, and I think that's a goal, isn't it? But it was straight at Alisson, and it remains at 2-1. We played 6 minutes now, the second half. Liverpool playing it out from the back with Alisson. It's come to Thiago. Liverpool in possession over on that far side. Tsimikas plays it forward. Now it's going to be an opportunity, is it, for Darwin Núñez? He was onside that time. Good defending that time from Saliba it was. And now the ball goes back to Aaron Ramsdale, who kicks it long. It's been all Arsenal at the start of the second half, you have to be said. And I say, if we can get that third goal, then you do feel that will seal the deal. And Arsenal just won the ball back again. That's a ball played through to Martinelli, but it's had too much pace on it. And it's gone through to Alisson there. Once Arsenal win the ball back, we're trying to get the ball forward straight away, aren't we? And we've got that pace in, haven't we, of Martinelli, of Saka, Jesus as well. Martin Odegaard's making that third man run, isn't he, to get on to the end of things as well. But so far, we haven't managed to get that third goal, which you'd imagine would seal our place back at the top of the Premier League tonight. A place where we've been, we spent quite a lot of time, haven't we, in recent weeks this season, which has been great to see. Liverpool coming forward now. Jordan Henderson plays it square to Thiago, gets it back. Henderson inside the centre circle, moves forward. Liverpool coming forward now, looking for an opportunity. It's in for Roberto Firmino. He got across the goalkeeper and he scored their first attack of the second half. It's 2-2. That was a good move from Liverpool, it has to be said. They ripped us open there, and that is a good finish as well from Firmino across Ramsdale into that far corner. That was good play from Liverpool, actually. That's what they can do. We know that's what they can do. It was a very, very good goal. It was Henderson started that, played it to Darwin Núñez. That's a lovely ball too, Firmino. One touch away from, I think it was Gabriel, the defender that it was. Couldn't come across enough, and that's a really good finish, actually. And it is 2-2. Liverpool early in the second half have got themselves level, and Arsenal are going to have to try and come back again. We did it in the first half. Liverpool equalised and we came back. But that is a really good finish from Firmino. Cross Aaron Ramsdale into that far corner. Hit it perfectly. And it is 2-2, 53 minutes played. That chance now from Ødegaard's looking at a big moment in this game, isn't it? Because at 3-1, you feel as though that's it. Terry says there 2-2. Yeah, it is 2-2. We couldn't quite hold on a bit longer. But anyway, it is now a corner to Arsenal. And that's his 10th goal against us for Firmino. We are the team he has scored the most goals against in the Premier League. We did say he had a good record against us when he came on. Hasn't taken him long, has it? It's taken him just, 8 minutes of the second half to get the goal. We've got a corner on this near side with Gabriel Martinelli, who's been our best player. Goes into the edge of the 6-yard box, but it's far too close to Alisson, who grabs that one. And Liverpool can now try and come forward again. Jordan Henderson. Good defensive play there from Tomiyasu. And it is now a free kick to Liverpool for an offside. Liverpool now are trying to do everything at a quick pace. It's what we were doing in the first half, wasn't it? Getting the ball forward at every opportunity quickly. Liverpool doing that now. Mo Salah with a little bit of space for Liverpool finds the goal scorer Roberto Firmino. Plays the ball through again, looking for the run there of Diogo Jota. But that one will go through to Aaron Ramsdale. Martinelli is now lost out to Joe Gomez, and Liverpool coming forward again. Arsenal looking a little bit ragged now since that second goal. You sense Liverpool's tails are up. Joe Gomez now coming forward on this near side. Roberto Firmino now in possession for Liverpool. Jordan Henderson plays it square to Joel Matip. Brings the ball forward. The big defender in it to Roberto Firmino. He does well. Tries to thread it through to Darwin Núñez. A good clearance away that time from Gabriel. And now Thomas Partey can get possession for Arsenal. And now it's with Gabriel Jesus on this near side, running at that Liverpool defence. Gabriel Jesus cuts inside, plays it to the far side. It goes all the way, though, to Martin Ødegaard. Just managed to keep it in over on that far side. Arsenal's captain, Ben White, goes ahead of him. Ben White's going to get that ball. Lovely play from Ødegaard. Can he pull it back? He can, but Joel Matip is there. And it is going to be another corner, though, to Arsenal. We've actually responded pretty well to that, conceding that goal. Again, it's a good counter-attack. Gabriel Jesus was at the heart of that. He did really well. Switched the play over to that far side. Martin Ødegaard's ball there to Ben White was exceptional in behind that Liverpool defence. It's a good run from Ben White outside the fullback. What a ball that is. And the pullback there looking for Bukayo Saka was blocked by Matip. It is a corner to Arsenal over on this far side. Sorry. Can Arsenal restore the lead? We've played 11 minutes of the second half. Bukayo Saka's corner to the 6-yard box. Alisson punches it. Liverpool don't really get it clear. It comes back to Saka again. He's got Ødegaard for help out there. Can he find Martin Ødegaard? He's done well on his own, actually, and he's won a free kick. Bukayo Saka. It was Jota with the foul. Good play there from Bukayo Saka. Twist and turn in the way there from Jota, who just caught him. And it is a free kick to Arsenal over on that far touchline. It's maybe it's sort of too far of an angle for a shot at goal, but it's like a corner, really. It's about 15 yards in from the corner flag. Good opportunity, this. Terry says they're very end-to-end at the moment. It is extremely end-to-end at the moment. This game could go either way. But we've got this free kick. It's whipped in towards the edge of the 6-yard box. Alisson punches again. That's 2 punches in a row from him. It was Martin Ødegaard with that free kick. And now Liverpool trying to come forward themselves. William Saliba steps in. And Arsenal got a player down injured, but we're coming forward as well with Gabriel Jesus, who's gone down. And Arsenal now got 2 players injured, Jesus and Erdegaard. Jesus' one looks more serious. Has he actually been knocked unconscious there, Jesus? He looks as though he may well have been. Worrying injury there to Jesus. Martin Erdegaard was down already from the earlier tackle. Obviously, if that's a concussion for Jesus, he's going to have to come off, isn't he? Martin Erdegaard is now back up again. Not quite sure what happened to Jesus there, but he's gone down and he's not moved, actually. This is quite a worrying injury. The medical team are looking on, and Arteta's looking on from the touchline as well. And the players, Liverpool players as well, are looking quite concerned. Firmino, of course, his compatriot from Brazil. Let's hope he's going to be okay, Jesus, because that didn't look great, actually. It looked like a collision, maybe one of Liverpool players. There was already an Arsenal player down in Martin Erdegaard. There's going to be a big chunk of stoppage time now anyway. Terry says, what's happened to Jesus? Not really sure. He's gone down. He looked as though I don't know if he had a collision with a Liverpool player and he's gone down. He looks as though he could have been knocked out. I'm not really sure. He hasn't moved since he went down, and the medical team are there. They're not actually showing it on the telly at the moment. Oh, he's sitting up now. It looks like maybe he's getting some treatment on his nose. Maybe it was a nose injury there. Shane says there, how did the ref let that play go on? Well, I don't know. We'll see what happens now. Actually, it was Gabriel Jesus tripped over Martin Erdegaard, who was actually already on the floor. He seemed to trip over his own player, and then I'm not quite sure what happened there. I'm not really sure whether he got a whack in the face from Tsimikas as the two were challenging for the ball. I'm not really sure what happened there. Anyway, he does look as though he's going to be okay, Gabriel Jesus. That's the main thing. And I don't think there was any malice in the contact from Tsimikas. It didn't look as though it was. But I think maybe he sort of seemed to stumble over Martin Erdegaard and fell into the Greek defender. He is back on his feet again, Jesus. And as long as it's not a concussion, he'll be able to carry on. But I'm not really sure if it was or not. Obviously, the medical team will be doing their job, I'm sure. Let's hope Jesus is okay to continue. Tsimikas there gives him a hug there. Clearly, there was no intent there. Alisson now as well, the other Brazilian, is chatting to Gabriel Jesus. Just check that he's okay, of course. And he's going to come over to this near side, having a treatment. He will have to go off briefly. But at least he's okay now. He's having a chat to the linesman there, maybe wondering why that wasn't given as a foul. But anyway, he's okay. That's the main thing, Jesus. I'm sure he's going to be okay to come back on again. And in fact, it was a free kick to Liverpool, which has been taken, and the ball's gone all the way through to Aaron Ramsdale. We've played an hour, but there's going to be another big chunk of stoppage time. Terry says, bang on Jesus, his hooter, he's okay. Yeah, he's okay, yeah. And he's back on the field again now. Martinelli battling for the ball down this near side. Joe Gomez has committed a foul as the referee says no. And he's gone down injured now. Martinelli as well, just off the pitch. He was caught there. It looked as though he was caught maybe by Joe Gomez. As the referee, Michael Oliver, given a free kick, I'm not really sure what's happened here. The two of them came together there. Martinelli tried to flick the ball over him. He did push him away there, Joe Gomez, actually. The ball was already. Both players were off the pitch at the time, and Martinelli's gone sliding down the cinder track on the side of the pitch. Anyway, Arsenal are in the attack again. Joe Gomez has done pretty well since he's come on, actually. From an England perspective, a World Cup looking ahead, he's done okay. But anyway, Terry says, how's that not a foul on Magic? Well, who knows? Anyway, we have got a throw now. Tomiyasu takes it, finds Gabriel Jesus, who is now back to full strength, full fitness again. Tomiyasu is going to take another throw for Arsenal in the attacking third on this near side, Arsenal's left. It is 2-2. We've played 61 minutes of this game. A very exciting encounter at the Emirates. Can Arsenal get themselves in front again for a third time? The ball's now inside the box. Granit Xhaka with a shot. Oh, it's over the top, lashed over by Xhaka on his left foot. Maybe a little bit too close for him. He normally likes them a little bit further out, doesn't he? But he did well there inside the penalty area. Maybe he should have let the ball drop a little bit more. He got past Matip there. Good play, actually, from Granit Xhaka. And as the ball came down, he hit it on the rise and it's gone flying over the crossbar into the North Bank. He's in good goal scoring form this season, though, isn't he? Shane says there, Michael Oliver, he's a joke. Well, he is a joke. We know that anyway. A couple of strange decisions there from the referee. Liverpool now trying to come forward. Thomas Partey does well again. Finds Ben White, that ball over the top, looking for the run of Jesus. Good defending though from Matip. Finds Joe Gomez, and now it's with Van Dijk. Plays it in at midfield to Thiago. But Arsenal won the ball back with Thomas Partey. Saka now does well. Partey finds Ødegaard in possession. Arsenal looking really, really good. Granit Xhaka now. Can he ping the ball through? He finds Gabriel Jesus on the edge of the penalty area. He's got Martinelli outside him. Tries to play it back into Granit Xhaka in the box. Oh, he finds Gabriel Jesus again. He's falls backwards. Now it's over on that far side to Ben White. Saka now just inside the penalty. Ben White again. Can he get the ball across his 6-yard box? He does. But again, Liverpool defend it well. And they've managed to clear it away. But this is good stuff from Arsenal. We've played 63 minutes at the Emirates. Arsenal 2, Liverpool 2. It's been a fantastic game of football. Saka now plays the ball in, but Liverpool head there. I think it was Jordan Henderson. And the ball's now gone back to Gabriel. And now it's with Tomiyasu. The crowd are really trying to lift Arsenal as well. We are on top now. We have actually responded pretty well to that goal that we conceded early in the second half. That's the ball over the top again, looking for Martinelli down this near side. He's going to keep this in. He does keep it in, the Brazilian. He's got Joe Gomez in front of him, goes back inside, tries to get a cross in. It's deflected back to Tomiyasu, but Martinelli gets it back again. Again, he's faced by Joe Gomez. He gets it back to Tomiyasu, puts a cross in towards the 6. Let's come all the way across to the far post to Saka. Plays it across. It's going to be Martin Ødegaard. No, it isn't. It's hooked off the line. And what's happening here? I'm not quite sure what's going on. The linesman seems to flag for something. Was it an offside against Saka? It was Tomiyasu's ball, actually. Liverpool didn't deal with it at all. It came to Saka on the far side. He dinked it in. And Tsimikas it was with a spectacular clearance as Ødegaard was just about to head it into the empty net. Was it a handball potentially against Saka? Maybe. I think it might have been. Anyway, Terry says there, Ødegaard off the line. It was off the line, but I don't think it would have counted anyway. I think it may have been a handball by Saka just in the as he played the ball across there, as he controlled it. Anyway, Liverpool now coming forward themselves up on this near side. That's a good ball. Mo Salah, who's been pretty quiet. He hasn't really got past Tomiyasu. He doesn't again, but it is going to be a throw to Liverpool instead. We come up to the midway point of this second half. It's been end-to-end stuff this last 10 minutes or so, hasn't it? And Arsenal playing really well at this moment in time. But it's a throw to Liverpool on the near side. Joe Gomez is going to take it as a substitute for Liverpool. But Arsenal again win the ball back. Granit Xhaka plays it forward to Bukayo Saka inside the centre circle. He's got a little bit of space. He's got Ben White outside him. He finds Ben White as well. Ben White's got forward well in this game from right back, actually. Maybe he's not always that sort of far forward, is he, generally? But he has been tonight. Anyway, Liverpool are now on the defence as Gabriel Jesus plays it in at 2. Thomas Partey turns, but he is forced back again at 2. Gabriel Jesus. Now he finds Tomiyasu, back to Jesus again. And then it's back out to William Saliba. Arsenal have the second youngest average age of the starting 11 this season. Liverpool the 18th. So they've got one of the oldest teams, Liverpool. We do know that. And maybe that will help Arsenal in these last 25 minutes to come up with a winning goal, which will take us back to the top of the league. But Liverpool have won the ball back now. They're coming forward themselves with Diogo Jota. He's got support either side of him. He comes towards Mo Salah, but that wasn't a great ball. Salah couldn't keep it in. Maybe the wrong choice there from a Liverpool perspective from Jota, but we're quite happy that that pass didn't find its target. I think Darwin Núñez maybe felt he was a better option. Or he was maybe offside, actually. Anyway, it's going to be a throw to Arsenal on the near side. Don't forget, Liverpool have only got one substitution window left. They've made 2 separate subs for 2 injuries, whereas Arsenal haven't made any subs yet. So we've actually got 3 substitute windows still to use in this game. Maybe that's going to prove to be crucial. Maybe that's going to be where the winning goal will come from. Who knows? Eddie Nketiah maybe off the bench to get the winner for Arsenal. Fabio Vieira's in great form, isn't he? Maybe he might come off the bench and get it. Anyway, Arsenal coming forward now with Saka down that far side, but he can't kick that ball in. And it will be a throw to Liverpool, who are now going to make that 3rd substitution for them today. It's going to be all they're going to be able to make, unless they make 2 or 3 now at the same time. It looks like Fabinho will be coming on for Liverpool. We've played at 67 minutes. In fact, it's going to be another substitution for Liverpool as well. Is that Canate? Was that Canate just getting his top one? Wasn't quite sure. Anyway, it's a throw to Arsenal over on the far side. Gabriel Jesus now plays the ball out to Bukayo Saka. This is good from Arsenal. Can we get ourselves back in front for a third time? That would be amazing, wouldn't it? Tomiyasu now very central, coming forward for Arsenal. Plays it to this near side to Martinelli, who's been at the heart of everything good for Arsenal today. Goes back to Tomiyasu, plays it square to William Saliba. Now it's with Ben White. And now Gabriel. Arsenal have a lot of possession at the moment, but not really able to get in behind that Liverpool defence. But that's a good ball out to that far side to Bukayo Saka. Can he create something? Arsenal's goal scored a second goal today. Saka faced by Tsimikas and Thiago. He's forced back, but he does well to keep possession. Saka still with the ball now, plays it back to Ben White, pings it inside to Thomas Partey. This is good from Arsenal. Can we get an opportunity here to go back in front again? Good ball from Tomiyasu. Now it's played on by Granit Xhaka to Martinelli. Martinelli tries to get a cross in. Joe Gomez is there. And in fact, the ball comes back off Martinelli. It's going to be a goal kick to Liverpool. Maybe this is their opportunity to make these substitutions. Good play again from Martinelli, but that was decent defending from Joe Gomez. I'll say he's looked good since he's come on. Fabinho is coming on for Matip's going off? Are they changing their shape, Liverpool? Or what's happening here? So Matip's going off and Konate's coming on. Is that another injury for Liverpool? And Mo Salah's coming off. It's not been his day at all, has it? And Fabinho's coming on. So Liverpool are maybe going to change their shape a little bit. Tomiyasu's done his job really well, hasn't he? So much so that Salah is now going off. Didn't really get a kick, did he, Mo Salah, today? There's 21 minutes to play at the Emirates. It is still all to play for here, isn't it? Arsenal 2, Liverpool 2. Liverpool just made their final substitutions and are coming forward now as well. That's a ball, ball over the top, looking for the run of Nunes. Got in behind William Saliba. Darwin Nunes has done well, but Arsenal defend that well and can now come forward themselves. Thomas Partey finds Bukayo Saka. Lovely play from Saka. Finds Ben White over on that far side. But he's looking for a little bit of support. And in fact, he cuts back and he's fouled by Fabinho, who's just come on. And he then kicked the ball away. Maybe fortunate not to get a yellow card. Another Brazilian, of course, on the pitch. It's almost like a Brazil five-a-side game, isn't it, at the moment? So many Brazilians on the pitch for both teams. And, of course, there's been a goal scorer on each team from Brazil, hasn't there? Martinelli for Arsenal and, of course, Roberto Firmino for Liverpool. Anyway, it's a throw currently to Liverpool on this near side, just in front, or on the halfway line. Mikel Arteta's miles out of his technical area, as he always is. And it's a yellow card, actually, to... I'm not sure who's got a yellow card. Was it Firmino got a yellow card? Not sure what that was for, actually. But anyway, or is it for Joe Gomez for time wasting? I'm not sure you'd be time wasting when you're not winning the game. But anyway, I'm not sure who got the yellow card there. It was in the general direction of a couple of Liverpool players. But Liverpool are in possession over on that far side. We are now into the final 20 minutes. As Terry says there, Salah off. It was Joe Gomez with a yellow card. It must have been for time wasting because he did take forever to take that throw. Anyway, Liverpool are coming forward now. Roberto Firmino, a little back heel. Liverpool keep possession, but they don't anymore because Thomas Partey's won the ball back. He finds Bukayo Saka, switches the ball now to Tomiyasu. Arsenal playing through midfield now, but that's a loose pass, actually. Tomiyasu couldn't get there, but Gabriel is behind there to tidy up. And then it goes back to Aaron Ramsdale. It's going to be a thrilling last 20 minutes we're set for here at the Emirates, aren't we? It is Arsenal 2, Liverpool 2. It's been a great game. Two very evenly matched teams, but Arsenal coming forward looking for what could well be the winning goal. Martin Odegaard, he gets past the challenge there. So a little bit into Martinelli inside the box. Can Martinelli get a shot away? Cuts back inside. Oh, he maybe should have shot and he didn't. Instead, he's found Granit Xhaka still inside the penalty area. Drills it across the box. Oh, and he couldn't quite get there, Jesus. It was well defended. And then Martin Odegaard couldn't get there either. And Liverpool get away with that one. Arsenal had a man over. It was Gabriel Martinelli cut inside. He thought about shooting. In the end, he found Granit Xhaka. His low cross would have found Jesus. Good defending actually by Konate, who's just come on that was probably his first involvement, actually, prevented a goal already. Shane says there are 2 bookable offences there for Fabinho, not got 1. Well, I don't know about 2 bookable offences. You mean kicking the ball away? I mean, it was his first foul. He's just come on. I mean, I don't know. I thought he may have got 1 for kicking the ball away. I did think he may well have got a yellow card for that, but he didn't. Anyway, Arsenal coming forward now. Gabriel Jesus finds Granit Xhaka. Now it's with Martinelli. Arsenal looking stronger at the moment. Granit Xhaka pulls the ball back towards the penalty spot. Oh, there's no Arsenal player there, but suddenly Thomas Partey's in a little bit of Saka. Sorry, Saka's shot saved. Gabriel Jesus' shot saved. It's a scramble inside the penalty area, and Arsenal can't get a finish. Martinelli's shot is then blocked. It comes back to Martinelli. Again, it's with Granit Xhaka. This is good from Arsenal. Can we get the goal inside the box? Is that a foul on Jesus? It's given. It's a penalty to Arsenal. Jesus has gone down. I think it was Thiago with the foul. Liverpool are protesting. Obviously, it's going to go to VAR. Jesus is down in the penalty area. It is a penalty to Arsenal. Let's have a look at that. Granit Xhaka with the ball in. Martin Odegaard couldn't get there. It was, in fact, Jesus and Thiago came to the ball at the same time. And did Jesus get the ball first? I think it may well have been Jesus to get the ball first. There's a bit of pushing and shoving going on now inside the penalty area. Granit Xhaka's involved. Saka's involved. Not quite sure what's going on here. Xhaka's being pulled away from the situation. I'm not quite sure what's happened, actually. We didn't see that. But as far as we know, the penalty's been given. And I don't think VAR has overruled it either. Granit Xhaka seemed to have got involved in something. I'm not quite sure what happened. Thiago is now speaking to the referee. I'm assuming VAR are getting involved in this. And now Michael Oliver does want to chat to Granit Xhaka as well. Gabriel is also speaking to the referee. Terry says, yes, penalty. Amount of chances like a pinball machine. It was. The ball was pinging around that penalty area. In the end, it was Xhaka's cross. Gabriel Jesus and Thiago both tried to get the ball at the same time. Henderson actually pushed Gabriel, and then Xhaka pushed Henderson away. Don't really see what Xhaka's done particularly wrong there, actually. Henderson started that in the first place, and if Xhaka's been booked for that, he doesn't deserve a booking. He was just trying to get Henderson away. Anyway, it looks like the penalty has been given. I don't think VAR are going to overrule this. The question is, who is going to take it? Bukayo Saka's got the ball in his hands. Is Bukayo Saka going to take it? He has, of course, he was successful a couple of times from the penalty spot, wasn't he, last season? Martinelli also scored a penalty against Everton, didn't he? We are now into the last 16 minutes. Bukayo Saka is to take this penalty against Alisson. This is going to be a big moment in this game, isn't it? Bukayo Saka to put Arsenal ahead for a third time. Is he going to be able to convert this penalty? He's got a 2 out of 2 record for Arsenal. Last season, of course. 3 out of 3, wasn't it, Saka? Or was it 2 out of 2? I can't remember. Anyway, Bukayo Saka's already scored in this game. Got an opportunity to double up from the penalty spot. We're into the last 15 minutes now. It's Saka against Alisson. This is a big moment in front of the North Bank. Can Arsenal restore the lead? Bukayo Saka with this penalty. And he puts it in. He scored. Arsenal lead again. Bukayo Saka kept his cool. That is a fantastic penalty into the far corner. Alisson dived the right way. He couldn't keep it out. Wow, what a game this is. Arsenal 3, Liverpool 2. Bukayo Saka with his second goal from the penalty spot. The celebrations over in that corner. Brilliant penalty that was from Saka as well. Went to Alisson's right. Alisson went the right way, but it was well struck. Terry says, Saka, yes, indeed. It was a great penalty. There was no saving that. Right into that far corner. And he wasn't very happy with the end result, but Arteta celebrating Arsenal's third goal. And it is 3-2 to Arsenal. And we are now, 14 minutes away from going back to the top of the Premier League tonight. Saka it is with his second goal. That one from the penalty spot. And there's a flag there in the crowd, a banner saying Saka 7 with a heart. Indeed, we do all love Bukayo Saka. Kept his cool, kept his nerve, and he's buried that penalty, a pressure penalty as well. And he's put it away. And Arsenal lead at 3-2. Are we going back to the top of the table tonight? Anyway, Liverpool straight away trying to come forward from the restart. And they've won a free kick inside at the centre circle. Wow. Arsenal 3, Liverpool 2. What a game. What an unbelievable game this has been. And it will be a fantastic result for Arsenal if we can hold on. We have conceded 2 equalisers already tonight. Are we going to be able to hold on this time? And now Liverpool, a little bit of space over on that far side, looking to hit back immediately across into the box. It's not really dealt with particularly well, but then Tomiyasu heads it behind. It's a corner to Liverpool. Arsenal looking a little bit shaky at the back at times. And it is a corner to Liverpool on this near side. Van Dijk comes up. Of course, there has been a 3-3 draw here at the Emirates with Liverpool. There was a 3-3 draw at Anfield as well, all in recent years. But let's hope Arsenal aren't conceding a third goal today. But it's a corner to Liverpool. We've played 77.5 minutes. That corner comes into the near post. Arsenal do manage to clear it away. Henderson, though, tidies that up before Martinelli can get clear. And in the end, the ball goes all the way back to Alisson. And Arsenal dealt with that pretty well, actually, to be fair. Alisson now plays it out to the near side. Liverpool in possession. Arsenal sitting back a little bit. But Granit Xhaka wins the ball there off Firmino. And the referee says, play on. Liverpool still in possession over on that far side. This is going to be a long 12 minutes, you feel, for Arsenal. Liverpool are going to throw everything at us. I'm sure they will. Can we hold on to this lead again? At the third time we've been in front in this game. Twice through Bukayo Saka as well. But Liverpool coming forward now. There's a little bit of space here on this far side. The ball played across the box. Oh, no Liverpool players there, and Arsenal can scramble it clear. Was that Gabriel Jesus? It was, doing his defensive duties there. Wow. That ball across the 6-yard box there. Ramsdale couldn't get it. And Arsenal managed to survive, but it is a throw. Joe Gomez on this near side takes it. It's a decent throw, actually. Finds Thiago. It was him that conceded that penalty. Thiago now plays out to that far side. What a game this has been. Brilliant, brilliant stuff. Two teams going toe-to-toe, and Arsenal so far coming out on top. This is one of the classic Emirates games, isn't it? One of the best games of the season from in the Premier League, actually. Brilliant stuff. Anyway, Liverpool coming forward again on this near side. Jordan Henderson cuts in. Liverpool keeping possession. This is going to be a lot of defending that Arsenal are going to have to do in these final 10 minutes or so that remain. Firmino plays it inside to Henderson. Firmino again on the edge of the penalty. Crosses it in. There's no Liverpool player there. William Saliba it was with the header. Falls to Tsimikas over on that far side. Liverpool, of course, attacking the end where their fans are behind that goal at the clock end. Liverpool coming forward again now. With Thiago plays it in to Henderson, gets it back again. Dinks the ball over the top up this near side, but that's going to go out of play. It's going to be a goal kick to Arsenal. We're coming down towards the final 10 minutes here at the Emirates today. And Liverpool make another substitution. Are they allowed to? They've already had 3 substitution windows. Anyway, they are making a substitution. Jota is coming off, and it is going to be Harvey Elliott coming on. The youngster for Liverpool wearing number 19. Their final change. I thought you were only allowed to make it in 3 substitution windows. This is their 4th substitution window for Liverpool, but it is their 5th substitute they brought on. Anyway, it is a goal kick to Arsenal. We are now into the last 10 minutes. There's going to be a big chunk of stoppage time at the end of this game, you would imagine. And surely that's a foul, is it, on Gabriel Jesus? Referee says no. And Liverpool coming forward again down this near side. Firmino tries to head the ball on, but Tomiyasu finds Thomas Partey. Arsenal keeping possession well. Tomiyasu again just does a simple thing, goes back to Ramsdale, who kicks it long. First time, but it's a simple header there from the Liverpool defence from Virgil van Dijk, and now Konate wins the second header. Liverpool now in possession inside the centre circle. That's a ball over the top, looking for Darwin Núñez, but he couldn't get it under control. And the ball's gone back now to Aaron Ramsdale. 81 minutes played. Can Arsenal hold on for what would be a brilliant, brilliant victory? There's no doubt about it. And Arsenal now making a substitution. Kieran Tierney is coming on for Martin Ødegaard. So once again, the captain comes off. And I'm sure the armband will be passed on to Granit Xhaka. He's done pretty well today, Martin Ødegaard. He had a big chance to score, didn't he, at the start of the second half. Wasn't able to take it. And Martin Ødegaard is going to be replaced by Kieran Tierney. So a slightly defensive change there for Arsenal, a slightly defensive shape. And Ødegaard is getting some congratulations off his teammates. And it is Kieran Tierney. A little bit unfortunate that he hasn't started this game. He'll probably feel that as well, following a decent performance in midweek in the Europa League. But he is on now. And are we going to go 3 at the back potentially? Or maybe not. I'm not sure. Anyway, we'll see where Kieran Tierney is. But he's so far, at the moment, he's on this left-hand side. He was after that ball there. And he's dropped back in. Is he going to play maybe the Zinchenko midfield role? Terry says there, Katie on Shane's new baby. No, it's Martin Ødegaard that's gone off, isn't it? It's not. Martinelli's still on, isn't he? And Gabriel's won that header, but it is a throw to Liverpool. We're into the last 7.5 minutes of normal time. This is going to be a big 7.5 minutes for both of these teams. If Liverpool lose this game, they are going to be miles off the title race, aren't they? Although they do play Manchester City next week, an opportunity for them. So they know how important this game is. They certainly haven't given this up yet, you have to say. But anyway, Aaron Ramsdale can't with the ball. I'm just trying to work out what Arsenal's shape is here because I'm not quite sure how we're playing it. It looks like Kieran Tierney's maybe playing in that left-sided role and Martinelli's gone more central. Anyway, Liverpool are coming forward down the far side looking for what would be a third equaliser in the day. A cross comes in. Thomas Partey heads it away only as far as Thiago. But Gabriel Jesus robs the ball there of Thiago. He's got not a lot of support here, actually. He's going to have to do it on his own, Jesus. Martinelli is now trying to get there, and Kieran Tierney's got a little bit of space over on this near side. He gets the ball, fresh legs from Kieran Tierney on this near side. Plays the ball back in to Thomas Partey. Dinks the ball over the top inside the penalty area for Jesus. Nice control from Jesus. Can he get across it? He plays it back instead to Saka on a hat-trick, of course. Bukayo Saka would be his first hat-trick for Arsenal, wouldn't it? He's over on that far side. He's not going to score from there. In fact, he just plays it back to William Saliba, and he plays it square to Tomiyasu. I think Arsenal have now gone 3 at the back. Granit Xhaka now on this near side. Arsenal not in any hurry, really, to get the ball forward. Just looking to keep possession. It's all about game management now, isn't it, for Arsenal? We are now into the last 6 minutes of normal time. Arsenal 3, Liverpool 2. What a game this has been. Absolutely fantastic game of football. Two really good sides going at each other, and Arsenal so far are going to be coming out on top if it stays like this. But there is still 5.5, 6 minutes to play. Plus, you'd imagine at least 5 minutes of stoppage time. Terry says, let's hope we don't sit back and defend like we did against Fulham. Well, yeah, we do seem to have got sucked into that, but that's a good ball over the top from Tomiyasu. Is Gabriel Jesus in? No, he's not, because the ball's run through to goalkeeper Alisson, and now Liverpool can come forward themselves. It's going to be a very, very tense last few minutes here. William Saliba does well there, finds Thomas Partey. He goes back to Granit Xhaka, who's dropped into a more defensive position at this moment in time as we head towards the last 5 minutes of normal time. I still think there's going to be 5 minutes of stoppage time as a minimum, so I'm imagining that we've still got maybe 10 minutes to hold on. Anyway, Ben White over on that far side. He's done well, Ben White. Can he get across in? He can get across in, but there's no Arsenal player there. Gomez under no pressure whatsoever. Doesn't really do much with that header. And Martinelli's going to pick the ball up on this near side. Gabriel Martinelli's certainly going to be a contender for player of the match today, isn't he? He's been brilliant. That's a good ball, actually, to Granit Xhaka. Arsenal not really looking to get the ball in the box now, just maybe keep possession. I still think there's quite a long time still to play. We can't really play for the corners yet. I think it's a little bit early to do that. Anyway, Granit Xhaka there, up that near side, couldn't quite get there. Thomas Partey in possession in midfield for Arsenal, plays the ball square to Granit Xhaka. Now it's back with Gabriel Martinelli. Gabriel got the ball back again from William Saliba. Gabriel. We are into the last 4 minutes of normal time. Liverpool can't get the ball, and that's how we want to keep it if we can. Gabriel goes long, and that's not a great ball, actually. Liverpool do get possession now, do they, in midfield, and there's a foul there by Granit Xhaka. Has he got a yellow card in this game, Granit Xhaka? I'm not sure if he has. Anyway, he's not got one for that, and Liverpool take that free kick quickly. Is there going to be late drama here at one end or the other? Are Liverpool going to find a third equaliser, or can Arsenal maybe get a fourth goal on the counter-attack to seal the victory? We'll have to see. It is going to be very, very tense and exciting these last few minutes, isn't it? We have now played 86.5 minutes. Arsenal 3, Liverpool 2. what a great victory this would be for Arsenal. But Liverpool in possession at the moment. No, they're not. The ball's gone out for a throw to Arsenal on this near side, which Tomiyasu is in no rush to take. Klopp is quite animated on the sideline. Not sure what his issue is. He'll probably have a few at the end of the game, I'm sure. But anyway, it's a throw to Arsenal, played up that near side. Kieran Tierney plays the ball on, but it's going to run through to Alisson. We are now into the final 3 minutes of normal time. Virgil van Dijk in possession for Liverpool on that far side. Arsenal 3, Liverpool 2. These dramatic last few minutes here at the Emirates could be big moments in the season for both Arsenal and Liverpool, you have to say. Joe Gomez now with a little bit of space on this near side. Comes forward for Liverpool, plays the ball back to the substitute, Harvey Elliott. Gets the ball back again, Harvey Elliott. Now he finds Joe Gomez again. Plays it square to Fabinho on the edge of the Arsenal penalty area. The ball comes in from Joe Gomez to, it's deflected actually, it's flicked on inside the area. Liverpool looking to come forward themselves. A Liverpool player's gone down, Harvey Elliott, but Henderson with the ball across. Arsenal don't really get it clear. We still haven't got it clear. And then Tomiyasu clears it away. It is going to be a throw to Liverpool. It was Kieran Tierney there, I think it was. Was that a foul? Liverpool were looking for a penalty potentially. No, he didn't touch him. He didn't touch him there. Harvey Elliott's gone down far too easily. Definitely wasn't a penalty. But sometimes referees give them, don't they, to even things up. But they haven't given that one. I don't even know if VAR are checking this, are they? Or maybe he did catch his foot, actually. But anyway, it's not been given. And it is a throw to Liverpool. It comes in. It's flicked on. Arsenal haven't really cleared it away. But they will now with Bukayo Saka. But Liverpool are in possession again, are they? Yeah, we still carry on. There's no free kick given. Liverpool coming forward with Konate. It's a good run from the big defender. Finds Jordan Henderson. We are now into the last, just coming up to the last minute of normal time. We've played 88 minutes, coming up to 89. Liverpool in possession over on that far side. These are big moments in this game, you feel. Potentially big moments in the season. Liverpool inside the Arsenal penalty area, and Arsenal managed to scramble the ball away. Not very far again, though. It comes back to Konate. Liverpool just trying to find an opening. The ball played over to that far side. Header back by William Saliba into the arms of Aaron Ramsdale. And we are now into the final minute of the 90. Arsenal 3, Liverpool 2. We just got to wait and see how much stoppage time there is going to be at the end of this game. Can Arsenal hold on for what would be a fantastic victory? A big victory would take us back to the top of the league tonight. Well, the ball's run through. It doesn't quite bounce through. Gabriel Jesus is in with a header. It's gone just wide. Arsenal claiming another penalty. It might end up being a corner. Gabriel Jesus said the ball wouldn't quite bounce through to Alisson. And Jesus, doing Jesus things, jumped in there. Van Dijk was leaving that for the goalkeeper. Jesus got in there. Did it come off Van Dijk? Is it going to be a corner to Arsenal? Not quite sure whether was it a push in the back from Jesus. It did come off Van Dijk actually, and he was then caught in a sandwich between Becker and Van Dijk. There's going to be 5 minutes of stoppage time. Jesus is down again, so we might get a bit more stoppage time now. But I'm not quite sure what the outcome of this is. Granit Xhaka and Thiago are in conversation there. Terry says, well played, Saliba. Yeah, it was really good play from Saliba. Tidied that up. And Arsenal are making another substitution now. Jesus is finally coming off. He's been in the wars today, Jesus. He hasn't got himself a goal, but he's played really, really well. And Eddie Nketiah is going to come on for stoppage time at the end of this game. Jesus has worked so hard. What a signing he's proved to be for Arsenal this season. Absolutely brilliant. Anyway, he's now going off. And Eddie Nketiah is coming on for these final 5 minutes. And let's see what happens at the end of this game now. Not quite sure what's happening here, actually. Everybody's in the Liverpool penalty area. Martinez's got the ball in his hand. Referee Michael Oliver is speaking to Gabriel. And I'm not quite sure if he wants to speak to Gabriel again. And also to the Liverpool captain, Jordan Henderson. I think it's going to be an Arsenal corner, actually. I think that's what the outcome of this is. And Terry says there, Eddie on Jesus off. Come on, Eddie, indeed. It is an Arsenal corner, as we've now played a minute and a half. In fact, Michael Oliver's coming over to this near side. Not sure what's going on here. Is he speaking to Jurgen Klopp? Is Jurgen Klopp going to get sent off? In fact, Mikel Arteta as well. Both managers are being called in there by the referee. As he not quite sure what's happening here. But the referee is speaking to both managers. We've now played 92 minutes, but actually since we went to 90 minutes, we've had no football. So we haven't really started the 5 minutes of stoppage time yet. And I don't know if Jurgen Klopp's been sent off, has he? Not quite sure if he has or not, really. But anyway, it is going to be... Is it a corner to Arsenal? I'm not really sure what's going on at the moment. I've got to be honest. We've played, 2.5 minutes of stoppage time, but since, I say, we've had no action at all. Michael Oliver came over to speak to both managers. It is going to be a corner to Arsenal. We are going to resume the game now. You'd imagine a 5 minutes of stoppage time will start now, actually, although it says 2.5 minutes on the clock. Sorry. Klopp and Arteta sitting in a tree. Kissing says Terry. I don't know about that, but that corner didn't go particularly well. And Liverpool looking to launch a counter-attack. Arteta's miles out of his technical area, actually. He seems to spend his whole time outside the technical area. I don't know why they bother having a technical area at the Emirates, because he's never in it. Anyway, it's a throw to Liverpool on his near side, which Joe Gomez is going to take. Although it says 3 minutes of stoppage time played, it's only really about 30 seconds, if we're totally honest. So we've still got about 4 minutes left. You would imagine now Liverpool got a free kick there. Ben White with that foul over on the far side. Are we going to get some late drama here at the Emirates? You do feel as though something's still in this game somewhere. You don't feel it. Now Saka's going off as well. What a game from Bukayo Saka. 2 great goals from him, including that pressure penalty, which could be the decisive moment in this game. It's going to be Fabio Vieira coming on for him for these final few minutes of stoppage time. Arsenal trying to run down the clock, you feel, more than anything else. But Saka's coming off. 2 great goals for him today. And it is Fabio Vieira coming on. He might even get an opportunity to touch the ball. You wouldn't imagine. I still think there's probably 3 minutes left of stoppage time. And Liverpool with his free kick. It's not a great ball, actually. And Gabriel will head that up this near side to Gabriel Martinelli, who keeps it in. He's been magnificent, Gabriel Martinelli, today, hasn't he? Kieran Tierney then plays it back to goalkeeper Aaron Ramsdale. We are into the last official minute of stoppage time. But I still think there's going to be 3 more to add on after that, because there hasn't been a lot of play since we hit that 90-minute mark due to all of that stuff went on there with the Gabriel Jesus incident with Van Dijk. The ball is now played back to Alisson Becker. The Liverpool goalkeeper brings it out of his penalty and then goes long through the middle. Good header though from William Saliba, and then Ben White completes the clearance. A long ball forward, which has gone out over on that far side. I think Martinelli's just been voted player of the match, quite rightly so as well. He's been absolutely magnificent. Brilliant performance from him. No, it isn't full time. Like I say, we have just played the 5 minutes of stoppage time. But anyway, it's a throw to Liverpool over on that far side. We have now played the 5 minutes of stoppage time, but I'd be amazed if there's not at least another 2 or 3 minutes to add on top of that. So we haven't quite got there yet, but we're very, very close. It's very tense now, isn't it? At the Emirates, Liverpool have got a throw now just inside the Arsenal half. The Arsenal crowd are baying for that full-time whistle, but we are playing on. We have played 5.5 minutes of stoppage time. But I say I wouldn't be surprised if there's at least another 2 or 3 minutes to play. Liverpool in possession, still over on that far side, but it's just gone out. It's going to be a throw to Arsenal. We are now getting closer and closer to full-time, what would be a brilliant Arsenal victory. Arteta is being told to stay in his technical area by the 4th official. Probably Klopp's been on at him. It hasn't been in his technical area for most of this game. And Arteta is, for some reason, seems to have some problem with it. And the 4th official is trying to sort it anyway. Also got a throw over on that far side, taken long. A Liverpool header wins the ball. Granit Xhaka heads it forward only as far as Tsimikas. That's a mistake by him, actually. And Arsenal now in possession with Fabio Vieira. Plays it in to Martinelli. Arsenal going to seal the victory in the dying embers of this game. Martinelli still in possession. Then he's fouled. He's won a free kick, and surely that'll be that. Konate it was with the foul. He's a big unit, isn't he? Konate, the big Frenchman. But Arsenal are now very, very close to what would be a massive, massive victory for Mikel Arteta's team. We are going to have a free kick now. The Arsenal players on the bench, the 3 that's gone off, are looking quite tense. but look as though they're ready to run onto the pitch any second now when a full-time whistle goes. It is a free kick to Arsenal in the attacking third. We're in no hurry to take it. Eddie Nketiah is just going to go over to the corner flag. Arsenal trying to see this game out. It's a throw though to Liverpool. We still play on. We've played nearly 97 minutes here at the Emirates. Memories of that game all those years ago. Liverpool got a penalty in the 99th minute to make it 1-1, if you remember that. Alisson's gone long up that far side, a header down. Liverpool in possession, the ball over the top, looking for Darwin Núñez, but William Saliba's there. Liverpool still in possession. Darwin Núñez again. Liverpool, Arsenal clear it away with Gabriel. We can't have long left to play now. In fact, there's an offside against Eddie Nketiah just inside the centre circle. Arsenal think that's a full-time whistle, but it isn't. We're still playing on. We've played 7.5 minutes. The ball long into the penalty. It comes over to the far side to Firmino. There's a lot of empty seats in that Liverpool away end in front of him, but they've still got an opportunity to get the ball into the box. They do get the ball into the box. It's away, not very far. The edge of the box. Henderson's shot is blocked. Can Arsenal get it away? Shot comes in again. Surely the referee's going to blow the full-time whistle now. He has done. It's all over. Arsenal have won. What a tense finish that was. Wow, that extra time, injury time, seemed to go on forever, didn't it? But we have made it over the line. What an incredible game this has been this evening at the Emirates. It has finished incredibly. Arsenal 3, Liverpool 2. What a match that was. What a game it was. What a performance from Arsenal. What a big victory this could prove to be for both these teams. Terry says there, we are top of the league, so we are top of the league. We are. We'll play that very, very shortly. And Phil says, I've got no nails left. No, that was tense. That was very, very tense there at the end. That stoppage time seemed to go on forever. But we held on. In fact, Liverpool didn't really have a big chance to score, did they? Once we got ourselves in front for a third time. Yes, I do think we deserved that victory. We played well in that game. It was tough. It was tight, as we knew it would be. But Arsenal had the quality to come out on top. It was a goal from Gabriel Martinelli inside 58 seconds, gave us a very early lead. Liverpool equalised midway through the first half. It was a bit of a mix-up at the back in the end, and Darwin Núñez scored from close range to make it 1-1. But right in first half stoppage time, Martinelli crossed for Bukayo Saka to touch home to give Arsenal a lead in the second half, at half-time. So in the second half, Liverpool came back. They got level. It was Roberto Firmino, the substitute, with his standard goal against Arsenal, made it 2-2. The game was in the balance, could have gone either way. Arsenal didn't know, won it with a penalty 20 minutes from time. It was Thiago's foul on Gabriel Jesus. Bukayo Saka scored from the spot. Very tense at the end. It was a really, really tough game, but a full-blooded game, and Arsenal have come out on top. Phil says a massive win. Yes, mate, yes, it is a massive win. Terry says, yes, 14 points clear of Liverpool. Yeah, we are. A long way to go, of course, but that's a big lead, isn't it? And Shane says, yes, we can celebrate this one. I'm sure we're allowed to celebrate this one, I'm sure. And it's worth celebrating, isn't it? It's a big, big win at the Emirates. Arsenal back on top of the Premier League tonight. Indeed, we are. That league table will be updated for week 8, but we are still a point clear at the top of Manchester City after 9 games. They say, don't they, that you shouldn't really read too much into the league table until you're 10 games in. Well, we're 9 games in and we're top of the tree. So let's see. Obviously, Leeds up next week for the 10th game. There's a lot of discussion on the pitch between the Brazilians, Gabriel and Gabriel Jesus, Firmino and Becca. A lot of Brazilians playing today, of course. I say it's a bit like a Brazilian five-a-side team, isn't it? A lot of discussions there. I'm sure that will go on after the game as well. But Arsenal have come out on top in this big game for Arsenal. It's just incredible game of football. First of all, we have to say, exciting stuff from the first minute to the last. There was not a let-up, was there? In the excitement, in the drama, and everything. And what a performance from Arsenal. Some big calls from Arteta, wasn't there? Playing Tomiyasu at left back. What a game he had. Kept Mo Salah quiet, so Mo Salah ended up going off. 20 minutes to go. Granit Xhaka again in midfield, ends up with the armband again. What a fantastic performance it was from him. And of course, Gabriel Martinelli, player of the match. I'm sure everybody who watched that game would have said he caused Liverpool problem after problem from the first minute to the last. He was absolutely magnificent, and that was a superb Arsenal performance. Yes, couple of shaky moments at the back at times. The equalising goal, the first equalising goal, was a poor defensive play. Liverpool's second equaliser was a good goal, actually. Not much we could have done about that defensively, I don't think. But Arsenal showed character, we showed quality, and we've shown that we are here this season for the long haul. I really do believe that we could well be here to the top four should be the minimum of our expectations now, shouldn't it? With this team where we're playing, brilliant stuff. What a fantastic victory that is, and Liverpool now have got it all to do, haven't they? 14 points behind us, 13 points behind Manchester City. Of course, they meet Manchester City next week at Anfield. If they lose that, that's them gone, isn't it? Liverpool are out of the title race if they lose next week at home to Manchester City. I mean, a draw in that game might not be too bad for us if we can get a win at Leeds. But yeah, what a game that was. What a great game of football. And that's what I think we have to say as well. Obviously, they're better when you win. So Arsenal top, played 9, 24 points. Man City second, played 9 at 23 points. Tottenham third, played 9, 20 points. Chelsea fourth, played 8, 16 points. Newcastle are fifth, actually, played 9, 14 points. Then Brighton in the top 6, played 8, 14. Manchester United are just about to play against Everton. Actually, that game kicks off at 7 o'clock. They are played 7, 12 points. Bournemouth played 9, 12 points. 8th played Bournemouth. Wow, who would have thought that? At the bottom then, it's Nottingham Forest, played 8, 4 points. Leicester played 9, 4 points. Wolves played 9, 6 points. That's your bottom three. Southampton played 9, 7 points. Villa played 8, 8 points. Palace played 8, 9 points. They won earlier today. Leeds played 8, 9 points as well. West Ham played 9, 10 points. They won earlier today as well. But we don't care about all them teams, do we? They're the also-rans in this league. It's all about Arsenal at the top. And how good does that sound? Terry says there, at last beat a top three side in a game that matters. Exactly, yeah. And that's what it was about today, wasn't it? You know, we needed to do that. I think, one, it was a statement of intent for this Arsenal team, and also just to prove to everybody that we can get a result in one of these sort of games. And we've done it at home. Yes, at home, we have to say that's an advantage. Clearly, we're strong at home, but that was a good performance from Arsenal. We showed everything that you want us to show. We had quality. We showed resilience. We showed character to twice get pulled back, but still managed to win the game. And yes, we showed resilience at the end to hold on. And really, Liverpool didn't have a big chance to equalise, did they? They really didn't. It was such a good performance from Arsenal. William Saliba actually needs to get credit as well. I thought he was brilliant at the back. And how much character did Bukayo Saka show with that penalty, to tuck that penalty away when it mattered. Absolutely brilliant stuff. Yeah, I mean, wow, what can you say? Just incredible stuff. It has finished here at the Emirates today. Arsenal 3, Liverpool 2. Wow, what a game. What a game of football, and what a victory for Arsenal. So excited about that. And we're back at the top of the league. So yeah, brilliant stuff. Thank you to everybody for watching the show tonight. I hope you've enjoyed that as much as we did. If you did actually get to see the game, please check out the highlights on Match of the Day tonight. It's going to be something worth watching. That game was incredible. We are back. Actually, I'm back on Talk TV in about 20 minutes. I'm going on the show there with Mark Saggers, obviously looking back on this brilliant performance from Arsenal. And in terms of the show, we're back tomorrow night, of course, with the Arsenal review at 8 o'clock. That's going to be a good show. We've got 2 big wins to look back on for Arsenal. A big week coming up as well. More Europa League action and a Premier League game at Leeds. That's all tomorrow at 8 o'clock. Tuesday, we're covering the England Lionesses against Czech Republic for that watch-along. That will be at 10 to 8 on Tuesday. Wednesday, Melvin's back. Highbury Matters. What a show that is. 8 o'clock. Joining for some Highbury memories from the early 1970s. That's going to be great. Thursday, Europa League watch-along. We're back at 5:30. Bodo Glimt against Arsenal in Norway. That's going to be another big game. Looking to seal our place at the top of the league in the Europa League. And then next Sunday, Friday, we've got the Arsenal Women's Show is back. Of course, that's going to be a great game, isn't it? A great show, looking ahead to the resumption, the WSL. Arsenal play Reading. And on Sunday, we've got 2 big watch-alongs. Leeds against Arsenal, 1:45, we'll be going live at that one. And then Arsenal Women are away at Reading, we'll be going live at 6:30. That's a 6:45 kickoff next Sunday. So great stuff coming up on the channel. Please give this a like if you have enjoyed it. Please also as well subscribe to the channel if you are new. It's be good to get you on board if you want to enjoy the great content that we're doing now on the channel. So yeah, loads of great stuff coming up this week. Thank you to everybody for watching. Don't forget, come over to Talk TV. Join us there at about 7 o'clock. Me and Mark Saggers, I think there's a Liverpool fan coming on as well. We're going to be looking back on this fantastic game. We'll be live for about 15-20 minutes or so. It's going to be good, so join us for that very, very soon if you can. And of course, I say stay tuned tomorrow for the Arsenal review. What a great show that is going to be. It's going to be a big happy show, isn't it? You know, it's going to be really positive stuff going on. We are going to enjoy it, and it's going to be good stuff. So please join us for that tomorrow. So yeah, thanks to everybody in the chats today for all your contributions as well. So that's been really good as well. And don't forget, we will see you tomorrow for the Arsenal review. Arsenal top of the league. It's finished there. Arsenal 3, Liverpool 2. Brilliant performance from Arsenal. Brilliant game. Martinelli inside the first minute. Darwin Núñez did equalise for Liverpool, but Bukayo Saka made it 2-1 to Arsenal right on half-time. Then early in the second half, Roberto Firmino equalised for Liverpool, but Arsenal won it with a penalty from Bukayo Saka after Gabriel Jesus was clipped in the area by Thiago, and I say Saka got his second goal from the spot to seal the victory. Brilliant performance from Arsenal. What a game of football. That was just amazing, wasn't it? I think that's the best game of the season so far in the Premier League, actually. And obviously we've come out on top and we're top of the league. In fact, why don't we, just before we go, why don't we listen to that again? Yes, we are top of the league. Sounds good. Still, 9 games into the season, we are top of the league. Who actually thought that? Come on, be honest. You know, there's a lot of very, very optimistic Arsenal fans out there. I know there's 1 or 2 that come on this show quite regularly on this channel. But seriously, who seriously thought we would be top of the league after 9 games? Who? Because I certainly didn't. I don't think anybody did. Brilliant stuff. Let's just hope we can keep this going and enjoy it as long as we can, because we don't know what's around the corner, do we? But it's been a brilliant start to the season. Terry says there, come on you Gunners, indeed, come on you Gunners. But yeah, it's been a brilliant start to the season. We have won 8 out of our 9 league games, and we've beaten Liverpool at home. First time we've done that with a crowd in the stadium since 2015. We've beaten Liverpool 3-2 today. Brilliant performance. 2 goals from Bukayo Saka, 1 from Gabriel Martinelli. And as we said, we are top of the league. So brilliant stuff. Yes, thanks for you guys for watching. Please join me over on Talk TV at 7 o'clock if you can. If not, join us tomorrow for the Arsenal review, 8 o'clock here with the guys, looking at what's been another great week for Arsenal and another big week coming up. Loads to talk about. Loads of talking points from this game, of course, as well, which is going to be good stuff. So yeah, please join me for that, and we look forward to seeing you very soon. Thanks for watching. In the meantime, as always, come on you Gunners, enjoy the rest of your weekend. What's left of it, not very much, we know, but I'm sure you'll enjoy it now. Don't forget to watch Matchday 2 as well. That is going to be good stuff tonight. I'll be on Talk TV very, very shortly. In the meantime, we will see you soon. Take it easy, guys. See you tomorrow. Thanks for watching. This is over and over and over again. We are top of the league. Into Martinelli in the box. Gabriel Martinelli. It's now with Granit Xhaka. Is it going to be the third goal? It is the third goal. Granit Xhaka with it. That seals it.